is living with David out of wedlock at the moment. I mean, they're engaged. And I mean, the audacity, if this is true, the audacity. I mean, Cody literally was courting a fourth wife while Christine was pregnant, and technically 3 of his wives were out of wedlock, so the whole wedlock argument doesn't really have legs for him. But anyways, we don't know who the insider is. Like, we always have to take articles like this, like, kind of with a skeptical eye, right? Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more content. Bye guys! Can we just have a quick Sister Wives update about the pictures from Savannah Brown's graduation? Because it looks like the most awkward family situation ever. There were clearly 2 very divided groups at this graduation. I'm sure you could have probably cut the tension with a knife in Flagstaff that day. So in this corner, you had Cody with really bouncy curls that day, by the way. He did show up for his little girl, as he should. There's no way to confirm if Robin was there or not. I mean, people could just want to not be in pictures and stuff like that. And in the other corner, you have basically people who have very tense and strained relationships with Cody in various ways for various reasons. There's Gwendolyn, who has been holding nothing back on her YouTube channel, calling him manipulative and admitting that she's not a fan of Robin, and it's not even clear if he's going to even go to her wedding. We have Garrison and Gabriel. This played out on the show. They literally butted heads with Cody since the pandemic. Cody seemed super kind of cold towards them, in my opinion, not understanding that they wanted social lives as young men, and kind of insisted that they just up and move out or whatever. There's just a lot of anger on her emotions in that scene. Now we're at Robin's house for Christmas Eve. Mary is saying that everything's kind of weird, and I agree. She brought her lasagna. Robin has her Dickens Christmas set because Cody loves Charles Dickens. And Janelle puts Cody's gifts in storage because he's probably not even going to drop by. Since when does having a fight mean ditching your whole family and kids at Christmas? I do not get it. Robin is trying to repress the romantic energy between her and Cody for the sake of Mary, who says she actually feels like the other woman, despite being married to Cody first. And remember, bringing in Robin herself into the family. Remember, the story goes that Mary suggested that Cody dance with Robin at like some dance or something. Also, where is Leon? Did Leon not come home for Christmas? I don't get that either. Christine's happy not to be with everybody. She says she wants a chill and easy Christmas. Janelle is hosting her kids in a vacation rental, and Gabriel's there, so I love that. Gabriel says it's been hard. They've been keeping the door open, and some haven't. Garrison says they've reached out. The boys and Cody have 2 very different stories here. They keep saying they reached out, and Cody says he reached out and only got rejection. So 2 very distinct tales. Cody says, Merry Christmas! And Robin's kids come down. It's Christmas Day. He got them all electric scooters, and he's hoping that they'll have fun with them on Coyote Pass. Okay. Robin thinks he's trying to compensate for the fact that the family's not here. But wait, something is causing a stir online about this scene, and it's that Ari, who is at this point I think like 7 or 8, I don't know, appears to still have something in her mouth, a pacifier. So how, I don't know. I refrained judgment when she was like 4 and people were making a big deal about this. I still thought it was too old. I mean, I'm not looking to mom shame at all here. Everything about how, this is like a season of change for her. And she said, a time to shed resentment, pain, hurt, even those same emotions of others that I've been carrying that are not mine to carry. And I've noticed that Hunter as well has been liking her posts more and more. So he seems to maybe agree or support Mary, and Gwendolyn seems to have fond feelings for Mary as well. And, during her recaps, that's kind of evident to me. And she did once say that she thought that Mary was kind of like the real victim because she was kind of thrown to the curb in a way. So I think there's probably some sympathy for Mary, within the family. But you just never know with the dynamics. You never know which kid is close with which moms and which one doesn't like this mom. It's very complicated. It's a tangled web, those Browns. But I hope you enjoyed my August 2023 update for Sister Wives. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys! Have you ever wondered what the Sister Wives kids are up to now? Well, this Sister Wives update is for you. Let's dive into what the Brown kids are up to in August 2023. And we're going to go by mother, by birth order. So let's start with Janelle's kids. Logan Brown, who played a huge role in terms of helping to raise his siblings, is now 29 years old, guys. He lives in Las Vegas in his new house with his new bride, Michelle. And this month, Logan was at Gwendolyn's wedding in Flagstaff, holding babies and all that. And Janelle kind of insinuated in a caption that maybe Logan and Michelle may not want to have kids of their own. She had said at the end of a caption, "And before you guys say anything, Michelle and Logan's life goal is to be the funnest aunt and uncle ever." And of course, that's a personal choice. I'm not even sure that's what she meant. It's an enigma. Either way, Logan is doing really, really well. Now, let's go to the next brother who once called Logan John. Bam, direct shade right at Cody. Now it gets even darker, believe it or not, with Cody literally saying something he probably should have told his therapist, not national television, but he wonders what happened to him when he feels relief when a woman is leaving him. He says he just wants to be a DICK for a little bit, and he has this big urge to be mean, and he's fighting it. He doesn't like who he is anymore, and says, I should just be the devil she thinks I am now. He says that he's thought about running away, changing his name, and starting over, but he says that his two younger kids love him back, and that's what's stopping him. The fact that he says only those two younger ones loving him back are stopping him is scary, honestly, because he has so many other family members. What about them? Mary says, I think he regrets marrying me and Christine, not sure about Janelle. I mean, that is such a sad thing to say. I wonder if he told her that or something. Why would she just blurt that out, Maybe, I guess it's her opinion. Christine and Janelle have their kids together in a vacation rental. There's this moment where they're throwing snow at each other. Gabriel says, we have a whole relationship with Christine and her kids. Gabe feels like Cody and Robin didn't make enough of an effort. He feels neglected. And Robin flips it and says, while crying, Janelle's boys did not want to be around us. And that's heartbreaking. If I thought they were open to it, I would have pushed. Why not push anyway? Because that's just the right thing to do. Mykelti, Truly, and Isabel actually ended up going over to Cody and Robin's, and Mykelti apparently has made it clear that she's neutral, she's the bridge, so she probably brought her siblings over for a visit. I think they actually ended up sleeping over, but at least they did get some time with Cody. I don't know about Savannah. Like, where's Savannah? She was a minor and she didn't get her time with Cody. So that was weird. But anyways, that is my recap for season 18. It's hard to ask or call her. There were also fans who thought that Gwendolyn kind of low-key shaded Christine in a video about her parenting a little while ago. Anyways, how many feuds can one family have? We don't know why Gwen didn't go. I'm sure she'll reveal it. But having 18 kids with 18 personalities is definitely messy. OK Magazine said that a publication is claiming that Mary actually does not have an Arizona address, even though she told Robin and Cody, remember, that she would get one to keep in touch or whatever. Apparently, they're saying that Mary's only address listed is the BNB. If that's true, I hope that's right. You all know how I feel about the Mary and Robin toxic relationship and how I'm upset about it. And in more wedding news, a ton of wedding pictures came out, guys. And one thing that was confirmed is that Isabel actually does have a boyfriend. This was soft launched on Instagram. And also Mykelti kind of confirmed it too on her Patreon. So cat's out of the bag. Isabel is in a relationship. And they look really cute together, honestly. And there were other couples there at the wedding. There was Hunter and Audrey, and Mykelti also said that, you know, maybe they'll be the next ones to get married. And there was Logan and Michelle, you know, and I don't know, like, I guess they're all growing up, getting married. I didn't see Gabriel's girlfriend with him, so I don't know what's happening with that one. I mean, people break up, so maybe they did. I don't know really what's going on there. But everyone looked really happy. Mykelti said that they all had to wear, like, fall colors. So they had very fallish dresses, like burnt orange and things like that. And it was just like, it seemed like a very lovely event. All right, guys, so thanks for listening the whole way through. If you like this video, like it, and don't forget to subscribe. I have so much more content on Sister Wives coming up, including Season 9 full recap coming through soon. Bye, guys!
Why are you so weird?
I'm the weird one? I'm trying to get Mary to tell Cody that
it went better than expected. No fireworks. They were all friendly. And Cody's still confused, like, why can't we reconcile? And he blames the fact that Janelle wants nothing to do with Robin and Mary. But there is no declaration of love, no real attempt. I mean, he's trying just as hard with Janelle as with Garrison and Gabriel. And that's not much, honestly. They can't even find topics to talk about for a couple minutes. I mean, code red over here. But Cody still says next week, I'm going to ask her to reconcile again. And maybe I'll get more serious. Okay, so Mary is still trying to figure things out with Cody. She still kind of seems confused or something. She knows there's no hope at this point. And she's in Parowan getting trees out of her yard that are threatening the house probably. And yes, the rest of the episode is partly Mary's confessional talking about something we've heard before, and then trees getting cut and put into like a cutting machine. Yes, really. And I thought I was losing my mind, but at the end of the episode, she recounts the story of their anniversary where he basically confirmed that he wants nothing to do with her. But she said it in a slightly different way. Why are they replaying this? What is happening? I thought I was losing it. Literally the same exact story. Do they not edit? Like, they probably thought to themselves, we're repeating this in 2 different episodes. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. She says that she wants to move forward and said, why don't we just be curious about each other? Like, Mary will not stop. When was this confessional filmed? Honestly, why does she still want to be curious about anything? She knows what's going on. He said he didn't want to be curious. Anyways, there's no curiosity here. Let's move on from here. She's sad because she remembers the couples that they were. And Janelle and Christine validate this, and they do say that Mary and Cody were like an it couple. That's why Christine wanted to be in the family so bad. They were solid. She says that, now screw him, he's not worth it. And she says that with the trees gone, it's not as bad as she feared. And this, I guess, is a metaphor. Maybe without Cody, things won't be as...
Her moving her business up there does not mean she's not still committed.
Hi guys, this is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 8, called The Writing on the Wall. The episode starts and Cody and Robin get to Mary's house, and Cody has to walk back to the car and says, "My hair looks kinda crazy. I better get my glasses to hold it." Like, I don't know why this was necessary, and it's kind of weird because they don't often show them arriving to someone's home, walking in, but they totally did in this scene. And we know this is the big scene of the episode. Mary is still very much in denial that her relationship with Cody is donezo, and she's about to basically kind of embarrass herself here a little bit. She says she doesn't have a lot of hope for his reaction, but it would be pretty cool if this was a slap in the face realization. Wishful thinking at best, Mary. Cody has hope for Janelle, but Mary, not so much. Mary has this sign in the kitchen that immediately caught my attention. Do you guys see it? It says, "If we have complete control over our family somewhere down the line, we have gone terribly wrong," which is interesting. Mary asks if everything's going okay, and Cody says, "Everything's good, everything's going good." Even Robin had to make a face to show that is the opposite of the truth. Cody goes on about how he feels like he can't show his love for Robin because this is not a safe space for us. So Mary nervously starts to tell them she's downsizing in Flagstaff and that she's moving her clothing business to Utah. And I just can't help but notice how much Robin and Cody are just looking at each other in this scene the whole time. I kind of find it hard to believe that they didn't plan their reaction here or something, or discuss this before. Cody's reaction is, "Cool, that's good, right? Unless it's because you have to." Sure enough, he does not give a flying you-know-what. Robin is crying in her confessional because she thinks he should give her hope to hold on to, even though there's no hope at all, at all. And Mary then just weird. To be loving and respectful to Cody, I want to say yes, but I don't know how this works. She feels like it's disrespectful to be happy with Cody. She cries and cries and cries about her commitment still to the wives, and she wants to have a conversation with them off camera. She wants to know for sure that they want her to be happy. She's not convinced that they do want her to be happy with Cody at this point still, and the waterworks are just out of control, or should I say the no tears waterworks. It's next level crying. Suki asks Christine if there's something David does better than Cody, which is a messy, messy question. She says David is observant to her feelings and will listen to her. And lo and behold, her king, David, comes out with his white goatee and seems kind of oddly comfortable on camera already, which is, surprising. He's not nervous, he's just there, and he handles himself like a champ. Suki's bad interview skills, though, were on full display here. Her questions to David, I thought, were kind of out of line, or kind of something it's his first interview. David says that he was married for 20 years, he had 8 kids, and she passed away, and then he started dating again. And when he saw Christine, he knew about her, so he thought, okay, I'll just give this a try. And his daughter thought that he was being catfished. So he had seen the show. So it's not the case that he didn't know who she was. David says that he brought her to see a play at one point, and her reaction to the play, it was Little Mermaid, was so sweet that he knew that she was special. Suki asked this dumb question about physical attraction, like, so how's the physical attraction? Like, really, Suki? I mean, and then she asks, do you have a thing for blondes, David? Suki has just kind of reached a new low for me here. I don't know. It's just so irritated with her line of questioning. They show the scene where Christine says that she's looking for the anti-Cody, a bald man with tattoos and motorcycles, and that she was hurt that Cody wasn't attracted to her all these years. Still busy raising 3 very small kids in Utah. She has twin boys that are babies and a toddler, so she's understandably very busy this month and every month. But she has Christine close by to help her, and she's still super close with Aspen, her older sister, who lives nearby. Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon channel where they review episodes from season 17 and interviews. They interview some of their siblings, which is interesting. So she's taking a similar route to Gwendolyn, kind of more public, and she appears on the show a bit more too. So Savannah Brown, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter, just went to New York City, and she had posted these pictures and said, the views from the Empire State Building couldn't be NYC-er nicer. Love the play on words. Nice caption, Savannah. So Savannah is such a pretty girl, and she's grown up so much, it's crazy. And I love how she has a voice. She's the one who basically told Janelle, like, no more RV, which, good for her. And now let's go to Peyton Brown, a somewhat controversial figure in the Brown family. So Christine's son, who never shies away from saying things publicly, went on TikTok live this month to divulge some interesting information. He basically said that he thinks his mom is rushing into things with David, her new beau, and that he told her just that. So at least he did tell her that too. He also says he doesn't think he's going to be close with David because they're both kind of standoffish. I know a lot of fans don't agree with this. I see it in my comments that Christine deserves love and that sometimes love happens fast, etc. But Peyton's statement made me think about what the other kids think in the family, or does anyone in the family agree with Peyton? Like, is it a bit rushed? So, love bombing is a real thing, guys. Anyways, I wonder if Janelle thinks it's rushed. This is clearly a polarizing subject in the Sister Wives world right now, but as long as Christine is happy, I mean, that's all that really matters, right? And I hear Truly likes him, so all good. Peyton currently lives around 30 minutes away from Christine, so he is nearby too. So overall, some of the kids are more public than others, and they also seem to X. So the $1 million question is, why are they paying it down now after all these years, and now that Cody and Janelle are separated? Are they going to build on those 2 plots of land they paid off? I honestly thought that they were going to just sell it off. It would have made perfect sense to sell and give Janelle money so she can have money for a down payment for another house or something like that. I guess we'll have to wait, but could it be that Janelle still intends on building there with her greenhouse dream and living next to Robin? I mean, she does love Coyote Pass for some reason, because it just seems like an interesting choice. Why would you want to do that? Can you imagine willingly moving next to your ex and his wife that you don't really like? It's awkward. It's really awkward. But Janelle's doesn't let things get awkward that much. Or another controversial option, did Janelle take Cody back? Like, why else would she be moving forward or paying off her plot of Coyote Pass? Make it make sense for me. Whatever it is, and especially if they're building, this has the potential to be a major storyline on the show for Sister Wives season 18 or the next one even. We're talking like a lot of episodes arguing about building and stuff. Like, remember when we're talking about wet bars and all that when they were building out the cul-de-sac in Vegas? That was a major storyline for a long time. So at the very least, it would give them something interesting to talk about or argue about for like another long time. More lawn chair conversations, but I'm trying to visualize where Sister Wives is like going moving forward. It's very unpredictable. I mean, would you be shocked if Janelle took Cody back, or like what is happening? What is your take? It's a mystery. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives updates. Bye! This is a Sister Wives update for June 2023. Let's check in with Mary, Christine, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also like this video and comment with your thoughts. And this was an August 2023 Part 2 update for Sister Wives. Bye, guys! This is a Sister Wives update for August 2023. Huge month of drama for Robin, Janelle, Cody, Mary, and Christine. Season 18, People Magazine interviews, wedding drama, European trip, mom shaming, and guess which one said she actually would consider polygamy again? I know, crazy, right? So before I start, please like this video right now and subscribe to my channel. So let's start with Christine Brown. Christine this month released her official engagement pictures with David. They look all loved up in the pictures, and Christine continues to do things she was not able to do with Cody at all, because we all know Christine and Cody barely dated, they just got married, and Christine had called their wedding sad, she hated her dress. So it's time for Christine to have some redemption, some time to shine, so she's doing all the wedding things as she should. Christine revealed to People Magazine that she met David, by the way, on a dating app in October 2022. So, not even a year ago. This month, before the big premiere of season 18, Christine and her daughters, excluding Gwendolyn and her son Peyton, vacationed all over Europe together in Ireland, Scotland, England. Mitch, Aspen's husband, and David joined as well. They even went to Wales and fed alpacas. Like, they did it all. It looked like an epic European vacation. And not sure if this was filmed for the show, but I mean, why wouldn't it have been, right? For the trip, Mykelti actually left her baby twins and daughter Avalon with Tony in Utah and had a child-free vacation, which, by the way, good for her. And to keep up her milk supply, she pumped breast milk throughout the vacation and got immediately shamed for posting this. She has said, "I'm on holiday without my babies. I'm pumping to keep up my supply. I can't donate it in the country much." As well, she opened up about bullying in her family. Tony said that in Vegas, he had witnessed Mykelti being excluded a lot. Apparently, her two biggest adversaries in the family when she was younger were Leon and Madison, but later in life, they talked about everything and now have a great relationship. But honestly, poor Mykelti. So Tony says he doesn't find it far-fetched that Robin's kids would have been bullied and that they're quote-unquote soft compared to the OG3 kids. She also called out Mary in the tell-all. In the part where Mary kind of insinuated that she didn't cheat during the catfish era, and Mykelti said to the screen, "You did though." She definitely considered that cheating in Mykelti's mind. So speaking of Mary, she just came back from Michigan where she spent Thanksgiving with her friend Blair and his family and friends. And Blair did say in her comments, "See you in a few weeks." So moral of the story, Mary's friends are being there for her and are a strong support system during the holidays this year. Jen, her best friend, is also very there at all times. I saw in a live they did at the bed and breakfast. They were there with a bunch of other ladies with Worthy Up sweatshirts. Not sure if this was another retreat, but Mary promises that there is more where that came from in the whole worthy up thing she's doing. I would not be surprised if in 2024 Mary has a book coming out and she tries to be some type of motivational speaker or influencer. Let's just see where this is all going with the worthy up. And Mary dyed her hair red. I was going to dye my own hair red, and now I kind of feel like I would be copying Mary or something, but I digress. And sometimes when we change our hair, we also are making big changes. I feel a bit bad for Mary because she doesn't have many connections in the family anymore, and I'm not sure she even has that much contact with Leon. I don't see them together that often. She's kind of on her own island, guys. Like, what do you guys think about that? Janelle, let's go to Janelle now. So Janelle's in her element this holiday season, watching more, and most importantly, my wedding dress. Please reach out and DM me your info if you're in Utah, local designer, artist, or owner, and can help me with my wedding. So excited to plan this blessed day with David by my side. Anyways, so at this rate, I literally would not be shocked if the wedding is like next month or next week. Anyways, it's coming. I just hope Christine finds a wedding dress she likes this time, and that her wedding isn't sad like she described it with Cody. She deserves the best wedding ever. Such a whirlwind, guys. Seems like she's planning already. This wedding is imminent, and I'm sure will be filmed. I mean, they have to film it. And that begs the question, who's going to attend? Who's going to be there? I mean, my money is not on Cody and Robin. Mary, I don't know. Like, I don't think so. But probably the older kids and Janelle for sure. And although we don't know how Cody and Robin took the news, people are reacting to this engagement. Janelle said, "Yay!" And Mykelti clearly seemed supportive. Gwendolyn posted something about twinsies because now they're both engaged at the same time. Seems like fans are mostly happy for Christine, but there are some that think maybe things are like moving quickly. On Reddit, someone had said, "And for God's sakes, don't let Cody officiate." Can you imagine how cringeously delicious that would be though? And for sure, don't let Cody dance at her wedding. I mean, I like the Brown family dancing though, it's entertaining, but I really doubt Cody's gonna be there. That would be like almost like inappropriate, right? Everyone would be thinking like, knife in the kidneys. Anyways, someone else said, "Oh, I hope so. I hope they filmed him propose, film the wedding planning, film the wedding, and hopefully they get at least an 11-day honeymoon in a better location than San Diego." So this actually made me laugh because remember the hoopla with Robin and Cody needing this 10-day honeymoon while she was pregnant? It was like a whole thing. So yeah, like time for Christine's 10-day honeymoon somewhere cool. Christine is very much in the seize the moment type of mindset. Still busy raising 3 very small kids in Utah. She has twin boys that are babies and a toddler, so she's understandably very busy this month and every month. But she has Christine close by to help her, and she's still super close with Aspen, her older sister, who lives nearby. Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon channel where they review episodes from season 17 and interviews. They interview some of their siblings, which is interesting. So she's taking a similar route to Gwendolyn, kind of more public, and she appears on the show a bit more too. So Savannah Brown, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter, just went to New York City, and she had posted these pictures and said, "The views from the Empire State Building couldn't be NYC-er, nicer." Love the play on words. Nice caption, Savannah. So Savannah is such a pretty girl, and she's grown up so much, it's crazy. And I love how she has a voice. She's the one who basically told Janelle, like, no more RV, which, good for her. And now let's go to Peyton Brown, a somewhat controversial figure in the Brown family. So Christine's son, who never shies away from saying things publicly, went on TikTok live this month to divulge some interesting information. He basically said that he thinks his mom is rushing into things with David, her new beau, and that he told her just that. So at least he did tell her that too. He also says he doesn't think he's going to be close with David because they're both kind of standoffish. I know a lot of fans don't agree with this. I see it in my comments that Christine deserves love and that sometimes love happens fast, etc. But Peyton's statement made me think about what the other kids think in the family. Or does anyone in the family agree with Peyton? Like, is it a bit rushed? So, love bombing is a real thing, guys. Anyways, I wonder if Janelle thinks it's rushed. This is clearly a polarizing subject in the Sister Wives world right now, but as long as Christine is happy, that's all that really matters, right? And I hear Truly likes him, so all good. Peyton currently lives around 30 minutes away from Christine, so he is nearby too. So overall, some of the kids are more public than others, and they also seem to correctly, I also want to mention that Gwendolyn did post a cute picture of Cody and all that to her Instagram stories, so it was not all bad. Christine had said that she hopes things get less awkward. Well, this is not going to make things less awkward. I may have underestimated how bad things are between Christine and Cody as exes, but I'm sure we'll learn more about this in season 18. Meanwhile, Maddie, Janelle, and Christine were just in Nashville for a Plexus convention. That's right, I'm pretty sure this is an MLM. Something about gut health, not sure, but they were enjoying their trip. David came along as well, and this was at a time where, some articles were actually saying that Christine was seen wiping her eyes or something and wasn't wearing her ring, but clearly, based on social media activity, it looks like Christine and David are thriving and taking selfies. Anyways, Christine, apparently, from the pictures, I was not aware she had a tattoo, but it looks like she has a tattoo, and she looked great in a type of dress that she does not normally wear, low cut. We're so far away from season 1, Christine, it's not even funny. Tattoo, low cut, oh my gosh. So now let's talk about Janelle. So Janelle's family came together to celebrate the high school graduation of Savannah this month. She recently graduated and Cody was actually there, P.S. Anyways, Janelle had almost all her kids in one place, which is rare for her, and she had said, once again, almost all my kids, missing Hunter and his girlfriend Audrey, but I'll take any time with whatever kids I can gather. So I believe Hunter and his girlfriend are nurses and work in healthcare in Vegas, so totally possible that just it didn't work with their work schedule or whatever, because I'm sure their work schedule is pretty demanding. Apparently, Savannah has actually left Flagstaff to go spend the summer with her sister Maddie in North Carolina, and Maddie even bought a puzzle board because she loves puzzles, Savannah does, which is cute. And immediately I thought maybe this was Savannah's way of avoiding going to the trailer. Janelle loves the trailer. Is the second oldest son in the family. He is Janelle's son with Cody and Logan's little brother. So Hunter's pictures on his Instagram either feature his family or his girlfriend Audrey, which tells you a lot. He's been with her for a while, actually. In one caption, he actually says, "Family is what matters most." And we also know that Hunter, I believe, lives in Vegas. He received his master's in nursing at Johns Hopkins University, and his picture is on the wall there, apparently. And he said, "My greatest and possibly only achievement over these past 2 years was having my picture displayed in the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing. Finally finished with my master's and blessed to say it is from basically the best MSN-MEN program in the US. Grateful for my experience and the people I met and knew along the way. I mean, Hunter's so smart, right? Like, he was also Logan's best man last year and likes to take pictures from, like, underneath where people kind of, like, are looking down. He's been to 2 weddings in a very short while recently, his friends and now Gwendolyn. So it's full-on wedding season, and it's super ironic to me that Hunter hated Vegas with a passion when they moved there, but that now he lives there now. So it's like a full circle moment. Remember that in, like, I think it was like season 3 or something, where he was like, they couldn't get through to him because he, like, hated Vegas. Anyways, that is it for now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching my part 2 Sister Wives update for July 2023. Bye, guys! This is a Sister Wives update for July 2023. Let's catch up with Robin, Cody, Mary, Christine, and Janelle. There's also big wedding news this month, and watch until the end for my hot take on the Sister Wives Season 18 teaser that was just released. So let's start with Robin Brown, because you may be wondering, like me, where the heck is Robin? A source told The Sun that Cody is actually blaming Robin for his separation. Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18 Episode 11. The episode is actually called Airing the Dirty Laundry. The teaser starts with footage from Mary and Cody's wedding. Remember when he sang for her at the wedding? And Mary is saying that they intended on marrying forever. I mean, just like everyone who gets married does, I guess. And that it was an eternal covenant. And also, let's not forget that Mary's mom was always a huge fan of Cody. In an episode where Cody brought all his mothers-in-law shopping, Mary's mom gushed about him on camera probably the most. Mary says, "Why would I want to just stick around with someone who really changed his mind about me?" And that Cody is basically saying to her directly, finally, not only in confessionals, that he is done with their marriage, essentially. Mary still very much wants to keep a relationship with Cody and Robin's kids if they let her, she says. I'm guessing Robin's friendship, though, with Mary may take a nosedive after she moves on, because Cody will probably think she's a bad influence, just like he thinks Christine is, you know? So I don't know if I have a lot of hope for Robin and Mary's friendship. And so Mary said that she wanted to acknowledge all of this in public because they are public people. And Cody basically didn't want her to tell her truth. He said, "Oh, gee, you know, I'm getting so much criticism already. Let's just keep it between us." Okay, so Mary was supposed to keep the fact that she's single a secret so that Cody doesn't get more hate. I mean, Cody's already is like capped out on hate. I don't think this would even make a dent. So yeah, that's real fair over there. And Mary is firm in wanting to tell her story. And it is her story too. I completely agree. And she should be speaking out. Like, how is she supposed to hide this anyway? We all know. Like, we know. Next, Mykelti shows Christine her sonogram, and the fact that she's expecting twins, it's a big surprise, and it's supposed to be shocking, but Mykelti's twin boys are almost 1, I think. So Christine, she had fun on the birthday date with Cody, but it felt like being with a friend, and then he dropped her off and he went home, and she didn't hear from him in 2 weeks, and Christine is shocked. She says, "He drove off to Robin's house?" Janelle feels like Christine is thinking, poor you, and she doesn't like that vibe. She kind of wants Christine to know that, yeah, she's really done, but Christine's not really buying it yet. They may want to do a family reunion with Mary and Robin, and Mary says, yeah, I think I would be up for that, just to get the kids together. Robin is like, it's asking for trouble and fights. Cody says that he doesn't want one with Christine at this point. So in this context, it's really Robin and Cody not wanting the family together, which is weird because when they talk, it's like that's the ultimate goal, to have the family together, but they're not willing to have the family together. It's very confusing. They're contradicting themselves, really. Robin says that Aurora's talking to a boy like she's 12 or something, but she's 20, and Aurora kind of like blushes and says they're talking. Mary's like, is all you do with him talk? And they laugh, and we learn that he's a college boy. He's from out of state, but moved down for college. And Robin says that he feels like he's a nice kid. Mary says, I was married at your age. She says that she was married just after she was 19. She was a baby. And Mary used to say that she regretted not taking more time to get to know who she was. Because really, 19, that's insane. Mary tells Robin that she signed a contract with the house where she's at to stay longer, and Robin is stressed out that she's just trying to trust what Mary's saying. She wants to believe that Mary's going to stay for the long haul or whatever, but Cody says Mary has little involvement with them and the kids. I think she should move on. Like, this is the second time he's kind of said it. Robin says, I'm glad I came and it was good to catch up. And Mary says that any family experiences I have, I will take. Mary's out here just trying so hard, cherishing the moments she gets with the family, and they're basically giving her news alert. It's official. Christine and David are engaged and getting married probably pretty soon, guys, after dating for an estimated 6 months. And she's started planning, apparently. So the announcements came with a People magazine article and an official TLC announcement. And maybe slight shade towards Cody, probably, maybe. Christine said, David treats me like a queen and tells me I'm beautiful every day. I've never been in love like this before, and the world seems like a brighter place with him in it. I'm so excited for the wonderful adventure we are going to embark on for the rest of our lives. And cue the multiple mentions about how he is the love of her life. And basically, Cody was not. I mean, is that slight shade? I mean, the whole never been in love like this before. Remember when Cody said at the tell-all that men probably won't like the fact that she's left a good man or something like that? Well, who's laughing now? Who is laughing now? Just saying. David even posted on his Instagram and said, every day when I look at you, I can't believe I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I have you. You are the most loving and caring person I have ever met. Christine is so in love with David. She's even writing about it on Washroom Mirrors. I mean, I'm literally serious. This is from David's Instagram. So they're definitely in that honeymoon phase still. And side note about David, his profile picture on Instagram is kind of giving me creepy vibes for some reason. He looks so much better in all the other pictures. Don't you guys think? Like, message to David, change your profile picture, please. And it looks like they will be getting married sooner than later. Literally a day after announcing their engagement, Christine is already looking for wedding vendors in Utah, which kind of tells me, like, you know, she's in a hurry, or they're in a hurry to get it done. She said, we don't always get second chances in life. I'm blessed to have found mine, to have found my happily ever after. It's time to plan a wedding. I'm asking for any Utah locals for help. Our wedding cake, flower, add yard line, and possibly demolish some parts of the home. In addition, the TLC personalities plan on making upgrades to the panels, water heater, and mechanical equipment. Also, one thing I did see in the article that was interesting is that apparently their house basically doubled in value from $890,000 to $1.8 million. I don't know who confirmed this or if this is even true, but if it is, that was actually a great investment, actually. So Cody wanted to buy instead of rent actually paid off in this case. I do not, mind saying that. Now, drum roll, please. Everyone is, I think, going to Madison's house in North Carolina for Christmas. And so Madison has been prepping her house, doing all this work on getting rooms ready. Madison is just working hard to get, everything ready so she can be the perfect host for the Brown Christmas. So we'll keep up with her Instagram. Hopefully they post a lot. They're fixing ceilings, painting. Obviously, I suspect there will be a lot of separate Christmas dinners. I imagine, there are a variety of feuds, so it's hard with so many people to keep the peace, apparently. But I suspect that most of Janelle and Christine's kids will be at Madison's, so let's stay tuned for some content for that. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening the whole way through. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Bye guys! This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Tell All Part 4, the Tell All finale. The episode starts with Suki asking Mary if she'll find her soulmate like Christine. Mary says that she actually met David and he seems pretty nice. They met a couple of times, I'm assuming to film something, and Janelle also confirms she's met David. They hung out, and the more she spends time with him, the more she likes him. She calls him a breath of fresh air. Cody even met David, he said, for about 15 minutes. He said he mostly talked with Robin, David did, and Cody says, I know nothing about him. Now we're Coyote Pass. Seems like still to this day, and about 5 years after they moved to Flagstaff, nothing significant is built there, and the whole thing has just, in my opinion, just fallen apart in the saddest way. Hopefully they address this on season 8 and we find out the fate of the property. Coyote Pass is just sitting there, and literally we've been watching 4 seasons of Coyote Pass storyline, perhaps for nothing, who knows. I feel like they're not selling it yet because maybe it's embarrassing, quite frankly, and it's just so depressing that their dream might be done on that property. So who knows what's going to happen. Stay tuned, everybody. There's also the controversial fact that perhaps Robin just owns a bigger cut of land. Yes, that's right. Not only is Robin the favorite wife, she also seems to have the most assets of any wife on Coyote Pass. This was reported by multiple blogs and I believe Celeb Talk Guy, who had done a divvy up of who owns what. And after Christine left, apparently the stat that was reported was 52% owned by Robin, which kind of seems crazy because not only does she then have $1 million house that the wives basically help pay for, and it's crazy that she also has the most assets on Coyote Pass. Make sense, right? Doesn't that seem unfair to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Alright guys, thanks so much for listening to my Coyote Pass update. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives news updates, what have you. Bye guys! This is a Sister Wives update for April 2023. Let's catch up with Christine, Janelle, Mary, and all the big family drama this month. So this month, Christine's fiance David threw shade directly at Cody. Janelle crashed Garrison's birthday party. Any tension, people should just still always show up. Not sure if he showed up later, therefore missed the family picture, or maybe he was there the whole time but chose not to be a part of it. Hard to tell, but the venue looked nice. Janelle said something interesting under her image drop from the event. She had said, some photos from Gwen and Bee's wedding get together this weekend. Mykelti and Tony's twins are so much fun. Avalon wouldn't hold still long enough. Sadly, Maddie and Caleb couldn't make it and Savannah is with them for the summer. And before you guys say anything, Michelle and Logan's life goal is to be funnest aunt and uncle ever, quote unquote. So I don't know how to interpret this post. Like, did Janelle just say that Michelle and Logan don't want kids and that they just want to be like a fun uncle and aunt only forever? That's a pretty big thing to kind of just put in a caption, casually mention, but I guess I do agree that it's never good to constantly be asking couples, like, when are you having kids? When are you having kids? When you don't know the backstory. She probably just wanted to avoid those types of comments because they can come off kind of rude. Mary and Leon were at the wedding as well, so it was nice that they were reunited. I don't know how many times they get to see each other. I don't know. And I thought it was nice that they showed up for Gwendolyn even from kind of far away. Gwendolyn has mentioned that Leon is very supportive of her and that they had hung out at Logan's wedding and that they're on like super good terms, but they did have to kind of go out of their way to make it to her shindig. Overall, I mean, they still show up and put the tension aside for big family events. I don't know if it was filmed. I couldn't catch like cameramen in the background or anything like that, but I kind of hope it was. But it has to be awkward a bit. I mean, do we think that David and Cody interacted at all? What do we think about that? Let's talk about Hunter Elias Brown now, because he's such a beloved Brown, and now his Instagram profile is not set to private, so I feel better about talking about him and putting his pictures up. Hunter is staying. So what are my alternative options? So, innocently enough, but cue the comments saying, you left Tony with all 3 babies? You left your babies? Anyways, mommy shaming is so alive and well on Instagram, and I kind of hate it, I have to say. Like, let her live, people. And Christine and Janelle were also cover girls this month for none other than People magazine. I mean, that's a big deal. The only wives on the cover, so just pointing that out. Can you imagine what Mary and Robin thought, like going in the grocery store, seeing them on the cover? It just looks to me like People magazine has taken a stand and clearly has designated Christine and Janelle as the stars of the show. Key moments from the video interview for me were that Janelle ended up saying she's open to polygamy again, and that apparently there were multiple times, where Janelle had separated from Cody for a moment. So she said 3 times. I only knew about 1. What information had they been withholding from the fans? I knew about the time she had stayed back and didn't move with them to Lehi, Utah, and that was it. Like, unless I missed something. They also did a Zoom interview with Cody where Cody says he is done with polygamy for many reasons. And he did sort of express regret a little bit. And surprise, surprise, Cody is expressing regret. Yes, regret. So he says that he thinks about moments where maybe if he said something different, it could have changed things. I think that's accurate. In my opinion, Cody took every opportunity to just say the wrong thing, you know? So there's that. And Gwendolyn, Christine's daughter, didn't join the European trip, but she actually did go to Europe this month. She just went on her honeymoon and she went in Italy. So they went to the Vatican and saw all the sights there. The Browns are having all sorts of European vacations, by the way. Garrison was just in Italy too, believe it or not. Why do I feel like everyone's going to Europe this summer? But I digress. Janelle, meanwhile, is doing Janelle things and prepping. And now let's go to Janelle, who seems rather focused on her kids at this time. Some people think that Janelle and Christine are on the outs, but that's probably false, I think. Janelle actually flew to see Christine this month and the kids recently. She had said that her flight had been canceled because of wind, so she had to go through Phoenix instead. This is proof that she was at Avalon, Mykelti's daughter's birthday party. She's holding the twins and being a grandma, so she's been around. It's just that Christine is so consumed with her relationship that there's probably like less space for Janelle right now, you know? There was another Brown birthday this month, and that was Garrison's. He turned 25, and Janelle and Savannah crashed his birthday party. Literally, under this picture, she said, "Savannah and I crashed the brothers and cousins' birthday party for Garrison. He turned 25 on Monday, and all he wanted was to have the guys come and hang out for the weekend. It's so great when brothers and cousins are your best friends." I mean, that is cute. Looks like Logan and Hunter even came down from Vegas for the occasion, and even Peyton was there. He has expressed that he's the closest with Garrison, and they were together a lot growing up. I think they're very close in age. And apparently growing up, Peyton would always ask to go to Janelle's house where all the boys were, because Peyton only had sisters. Janelle is also still working on her fitness and tried out Pilates, and she posted herself in what she said was a scary position. She's trying to get more flexible, you know. I'm wondering what Janelle is going to do. Will she stay in Flagstaff? Is she still even considering Coyote Pass to get a house on it? What is happening with that? As for Mary, well, basically, she's becoming, or to me, I mean, she's trying to become like an inspirational social media person. You know the type. I mean, I don't know if that's what she's really trying to do, but she's been sharing a huge amount of quotes and inspirational content on TikTok too now. So I thought maybe we could play a game called Rate Mary's Quotes. So here's one. "Who I was does not dictate who I am." Honestly, I hope you guys enjoyed it though. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and yeah, what you want Suki to ask, because yeah, her questions aren't the greatest. I have to say, I saw a petition asking that Suki be removed as host, and I feel like they've had better hosts in the past. So anyways, let's see what happens with all that. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye. These are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18 Tell All Part 3, so I guess that's episode 17. In the first teaser, Robin is once again not offering very much in this tell-all. Her performance is terrible. She seems guarded and not trying to say anything interesting. She's crying a lot, obviously, this time about how she thinks Cody is self-sabotaging and trying to sabotage their relationship by picking fights with her. And Suki asks her, "What are the fights about?" And she takes forever to answer and says, "Stupid stuff." Welcome to Every Marriage, fighting about stupid stuff. Nothing too special or unique or mind-blowing about that, Robin. Robin says that they are reacting differently to the bomb that's exploded in the family. Robin is mourning, so crying all the time, basically, and Cody is angry. Tell us something we don't know. Like, please, can we skip this segment? She says something weird, though. She says that Cody is ready to go find whatever. Does that mean wives, like women? It's not clear what Cody is going out to find, honestly. Cody's extremely vulnerable in this segment. I will give him that. He's the opposite of guarded. He is unapologetically himself, and although I do want to throw things at the TV while he's speaking, I have some respect for that. He says he was sabotaging his relationship with Robin to punish himself. He even thought about what it would be like to leave Robin and find someone else. And he thinks that he would look over at the new lover and say, "I don't love you. I love the person I left." And he was embarrassed about the whole whatever happened with his family, and he just years. And this is the scene where she's painting and talking about this with her kids. Christine, David, and Cody are shown all watching this, and it's kind of awkward. We learn that Christine and David have matching tattoos, a symbol that means new beginnings in Celtic. Christine's tattoo is over her heart, so kind of like on her boob area, and so it's not exactly discreet. Like, she can't hide it very easily, so very bold move here. Cody says that the scene with the kids bothers him. because it seems to him that she was asking the kids to side with her. Never mind the fact that he wasn't attracted to her for like 30 years and kind of married her without loving her. He says, I cannot forgive that she has pit my children against me. Well, we can't forgive you, Cody, for being such a bad husband to Christine, so it is what it is. He says, if she's really in love, that should all end her trash talking me and Robin. So he says that again, as if it's like some type of threat or he's trying to convince her to stop. Cody says that Christine is Machiavellian and that David might pull him aside one day and say, dude, this is crazy. Suki's like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I agree. That's really far-fetched. Suki asks David what his impression of Cody is, and he says, well, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he wants you to hear him. I mean, who gave David media training? This is like the most nice way of saying he needs to stop talking. Like, Cody needs to keep things to himself. Cody basically says that he vetted Robin a lot, like so much more. And, you know, he wanted to make sure that she didn't leave a good man. Suki asked David, what do you think went wrong with Cody and Christine? And David just says, Christine is the whole package, so I have no idea. I mean, what is he gonna say, Suki? He's supposed to analyze the whole show and their marriage in his first ever TV interview. He hasn't even been on the show yet, so justice for David. He is handling himself pretty well. News alert, it's official. Christine and David are engaged and getting married probably pretty soon, guys, after dating for an estimated 6 months. And she's started planning, apparently. So the announcements came with a People magazine article and an official TLC announcement. And maybe slight shade towards Cody, probably, maybe. Christine said, David treats me like a queen and tells me I'm beautiful every day. I've never been in love like this before, and the world seems like a brighter place with him in it. I'm so excited for the wonderful adventure we are going to embark on for the rest of our lives. And cue the multiple mentions about how he is the love of her life. And basically, Cody was not. I mean, is that slight shade? I mean, the whole never been in love like this before. Remember when Cody said at the tell-all that men probably won't like the fact that she's left a good man or something like that? Well, who's laughing now? Who is laughing now? Just saying. David even posted on his Instagram and said, every day when I look at you, I can't believe I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I have you. You are the most loving and caring person I have ever met. Christine is so in love with David. She's even writing about it on Washroom Mirrors. I mean, I'm literally serious. This is from David's Instagram. So they're definitely in that honeymoon phase still. And side note about David, his profile picture on Instagram is kind of giving me creepy vibes for some reason. He looks so much better in all the other pictures. Don't you guys think? Like, message to David, change your profile picture, please. And it looks like they will be getting married sooner than later. Literally a day after announcing their engagement, Christine is already looking for wedding vendors in Utah, which kind of tells me, like, you know, she's in a hurry, or they're in a hurry to get it done. She said, we don't always get second chances in life. I'm blessed to have found mine, to have found my happily ever after. It's time to plan a wedding. I'm asking for any Utah locals for help. Our wedding cake, flowers, magical, and they sealed their love with a kiss, and they were introduced as Mr. and Mrs. Woolley, with cheers and Etta James's At Last playing in the background. I mean, I cannot even picture anything more romantic. I mean, can you? After a short and sweet ceremony, the couple and their guests moved to the tent, decked out with breathtaking lights and flowers at the reception. And the floral design was overseen by someone named Allie McDermott from Magnolia and Lace. I mean, they're just dropping the names of all the vendors in the People magazine article. And let's talk about, what they ate and stuff. So they had sparkling apple cider, champagne, Moscow mules, and mojitos during the cocktail hour. So they must like those cocktails. Followed by a buffet dinner that had roast beef, barbecue chicken, cowboy potatoes, baked beans, and corn on the cob. So we can assume that they like these things. Delicious, though. That sounds so good. And for dessert, they cut into a 3-tier cake, and of course David's must have a Darth Vader themed groom's cake. So I guess David is a Star Wars fan, and that's kind of like a very sweet ending to a perfect day. Christine and David, you'll remember, first met on a dating site I think called The Stir in 2022, and their love just blossomed naturally. Christine was captivated by David's just great profile, and David knew right away that Christine was special. So it's a very modern love story that warms our heart. From polygamy to monogamy, it's all the things. David couldn't help but express his feelings, calling Christine a unicorn and sharing just how lucky he feels to have her by his side. Christine, who was previously with Cody, I don't know if Raman was there, I don't know if Mary was there, I'm sure Janelle was there, I don't know who was there yet. But their love story is truly special, although, people thought it moved fast. Like, here they are, happy and in love. And there you have it. The heartwarming wedding of Christine Brown and David Woolley finally happened. And, it fulfilled her dreams and created a true love story and engaged. And that perhaps they were caught by surprise. No idea if this is 100% true, but Janelle did write hooray in the comments. But Christine seems to be beating to the sound of her own drum. According to In Touch, Christine and David bought a $770,000 home in Lehi, Utah in March 2023, so like a month before their engagement. And it's a 4,200 square foot new build that offers unobstructed views of Mount Timpanogos, East Mountains, and Jordan River. It looks like these pictures from this balcony overlooking the mountains are from the new house, probably. It's a brand new house, super happy for her. And someone on Reddit made a Sister Wives reference to this image. And leave a comment if you remember this. But they said, just look at the mountains. And the angels are really singing this time. Which, for those who don't know, the family chose Coyote Pass because some of the wives were going on and on about how the angels were singing there. And they would just not stop talking about the freaking angels singing. So the irony is that Christine's now back in Lehi, a new woman, more than 10 years later after fleeing Lehi for Vegas. Last time she lived in Lehi, she lived in the basement and took care of all the kids. Now she has her own completely new house that she doesn't have to share, the whole house to herself. It's really a full circle moment for her and a second chance. She's also moving full steam ahead planning her wedding and has issued a call out for local designers and vendors. I would not be surprised if her wedding takes place in like a week and we just kind of find out about it. Christine is so into David that she even expresses her love on the bathroom mirror, guys. Seriously, this is textbook honeymoon phase in their relationship. I just hope David is okay with dealing with, family drama, because it's coming. David, Christine, and Truly also went to Universal Studios in California this month. They are taking little trips together here and there. And holy crap, Valentine's Day this year is complicated and horrible. And Mary says, I'm not doing a damn thing. You have to have a Valentine to celebrate. Aw, that's so sad for Mary. She probably, she wishes she probably would be on a good track with Cody. I just remember that Cody used to come in with 4 bouquets of flowers historically in other seasons. And they all very carefully on Valentine's Day would act like not too lovey-dovey when they accepted the flowers, except Robin. She would do the whole thing. She would kiss him, etc. Christine announces that she's hired a matchmaker. She wants a bald, tattooed man, basically the anti-Cody. The matchmaker said that she should not say she has 6 kids right away, just that she has some kids. But I mean, any guy will Google her before the date, so I'm pretty sure they would know anyway. Now, Janelle looks super anxious. She's doing the close-up, selfie video from her phone again. And it's time for her to meet with Cody for the first time since their big fight. Janelle shows up to the restaurant and says that she's not pining or missing Cody right now in her confessional. Cody asks for a hug when he comes in, and they kind of awkwardly hug, and he says, "So, how are you?" She says, "Good." He says, "Are you good?" He probably expects her to have been heartbroken for 6 weeks and just been pining for him all this time, but that's not the case. Cody quickly blames his behavior on the divorce, how it's impacting his relationships, and he realizes that he's not a safe place for Janelle right now. He's transmuting his pain into anger, he says. Janelle's just not buying it at all. It gets awful quiet, there's awkward silences, and Janelle just gets to the main message, which is that she wants to stay separated for now. This is clearly kind of what she came here to say, and Cody had a different idea. I think, honestly, Cody thought they were going to reconcile at this sit-down, but fact of the matter is, much as well, she opened up about bullying in her family. Tony said that in Vegas, he had witnessed Mykelti being excluded a lot. Apparently, her 2 biggest adversaries in the family when she was younger were Leon and Madison, but later in life, they talked about everything and now have a great relationship. But honestly, poor Mykelti. So Tony says he doesn't find it far-fetched that Robin's kids would have been bullied and that they're quote-unquote soft compared to the OG3 kids. She also called out Mary in the tell-all. In the part where Mary kind of insinuated that she didn't cheat during the catfish era, and Mykelti said to the screen, "You did though." She definitely considered that cheating in Mykelti's mind. So speaking of Mary, she just came back from Michigan where she spent Thanksgiving with her friend Blair and his family and friends. And Blair did say in her comments, "See you in a few weeks." So moral of the story, Mary's friends are being there for her and are a strong support system during the holidays this year. Jen, her best friend, is also very there at all times. I saw in a live they did at the bed and breakfast. They were there with a bunch of other ladies with Worthy Up sweatshirts. Not sure if this was another retreat, but Mary promises that there is more where that came from in the whole Worthy Up thing she's doing. I would not be surprised if in 2024 Mary has a book coming out and she tries to be some type of motivational speaker or influencer. Let's just see where this is all going with the Worthy Up. And Mary dyed her hair red. I was going to dye my own hair red, and now I kind of feel like I would be copying Mary or something, but I digress. And sometimes when we change our hair, we also are making big changes. I feel a bit bad for Mary because she doesn't have many connections in the family anymore, and I'm not sure she even has that much contact with Leon. I don't see them together that often. She's kind of on her own island, guys. Like, what do you guys think about that? Janelle, let's go to Janelle now. So Janelle is in her element this holiday season, watching her, but I wouldn't blame Savannah for having like PTSD from that time they were like off grid and had to fill their own water bottle jugs of water or whatever. So anyways, Janelle also joined Christine and David on this off-roading adventure in Moab, Utah with Savannah, which looked like a really fun time, and like Janelle kind of getting out of her comfort zone or something. So, okay, so now let's talk about Mary. So Mary has been making these inspirational TikToks with little like peppy music. It's like kind of a similar style to someone called Mel Robbins, who's like an inspirational person. Mary basically says that judgment on social media comments can affect her mood, and she remembers that there will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. And this is the type of post Mary's been kind of putting out lately, just to give you an idea. It says, when you're lost or the road of life has taken you down an unknown road, just stop. Stop so you can redirect. Stop so you can make a new plan. Just pause for a moment to reset your inner GPS and get going on your new path to your amazing new destination. Hashtag worthy up. So yeah, we should all worthy up for sure. And there is also an interesting story this month that came from Gwendolyn. So on Gwendolyn's YouTube channel, she had said that her teacher back in the day wanted to date Cody or something, which is crazy. She said, there was a serious problem with women just wanting my dad. Oh my gosh. I had a teacher at one point. I had to switch classes because she was so creepy about it. Garrison had her longer. She was weird, so weird. I could tell you stories about her. She wasted half of an entire class just gossiping with me about how much she loved my family. And I'm like, I'm just trying to learn Spanish, lady. So can you imagine? She had to switch classes back in the day. Wow, okay. And with that, I also have a complete update on what Christine has been up to this month, which is why I did not babble on about add yard line and possibly demolish some parts of the home. In addition, the TLC personalities plan on making upgrades to the panels, water heater, and mechanical equipment. Also, one thing I did see in the article that was interesting is that apparently their house basically doubled in value from $890,000 to $1.8 million. I don't know who confirmed this or if this is even true, but if it is, that was actually a great investment, actually. So Cody wanted to buy instead of rent actually paid off in this case. I do not, mind saying that. Now, drum roll, please. Everyone is, I think, going to Madison's house in North Carolina for Christmas. And so Madison has been prepping her house, doing all this work on getting rooms ready. Madison is just working hard to get, everything ready so she can be the perfect host for the Brown Christmas. So we'll keep up with her Instagram. Hopefully they post a lot. They're fixing ceilings, painting. Obviously, I suspect there will be a lot of separate Christmas dinners. I imagine, there are a variety of feuds, so it's hard with so many people to keep the peace, apparently. But I suspect that most of Janelle and Christine's kids will be at Madison's, so let's stay tuned for some content for that. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening the whole way through. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Bye guys! This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Tell All Part 4, the Tell All finale. The episode starts with Suki asking Mary if she'll find her soulmate like Christine. Mary says that she actually met David and he seems pretty nice. They met a couple of times, I'm assuming to film something. And Janelle also confirms she's met David. They hung out, and the more she spends time with him, the more she likes him. She calls him a breath of fresh air. Cody even met David, he said, for about 15 minutes. He said he mostly talked with Robin, David did, and Cody says, I know nothing about him. And so I thought I would share them and react to the quotes here. So first quote, it's terrible that I'm making this about myself, but it hurts so much to see him be a good father to others when I didn't really get that much. I'm so happy they have a good father, or from what it looks like to be a good father and an active father. So This was actually really heartbreaking to hear her say, and it was very apparent, that she was fighting back tears, so it made me really sad to hear her say that. I can imagine that that would hurt a lot. She also said that she doesn't like Robin as a person. I mean, no surprises here, right? So she also kind of went in after her brother Peyton, and she had said, "He's the most awful person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing, and I would strongly advise taking anything he says as fact. I would advise against giving him any kind of support, even if you're just watching the kind of content he puts out." I mean, ouch! That has to be difficult for Christine to manage. Two of her kids, have a huge rift. They don't get along at all. I mean, maybe we don't know the whole story. It's kind of hard to tell, but just always sad to see a brother and sister have a big rift like this, honestly. Gwendolyn also commented on Cody and Robin's spending habits. She had said, "I think that my dad and Robin have a terrible habit of spending very crazy and not within their means at all." So that's interesting. I feel like I've heard this before for some reason. And, since Janelle used to handle the finances, I feel like she would know best, and she has that whole story, Meanwhile, Leo, Mary's child, and their fiance Audrey seem to be enjoying life. I think they live in Colorado now. Under this image, Leo said, "I love to love this human." And they seem to be spending a lot of time with their dogs. And Mary chimed in the comments, "Love you both." So word on the street is that Leo is distancing herself from the family in a way, probably for her own peace and sanity and to stay away from the drama. They seem happy, which is good. Mykelti, Christine's daughter, and so I thought I would share them and react to the quotes here. So first quote, "It's terrible that I'm making this about myself, but it hurts so much to see him be a good father to others when I didn't really get that much. I'm so happy they have a good father, or from what it looks like to be a good father and an active father." So this was actually really heartbreaking to hear her say, and it was very apparent, that she was fighting back tears, so it made me really sad to hear her say that. I can imagine that that would hurt a lot. She also said that she doesn't like Robin as a person. I mean, no surprises here, right? So she also kind of went in after her brother Peyton, and she had said, "He's the most awful person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing, and I would strongly advise taking anything he says as fact. I would advise against giving him any kind of support, even if you're just watching the kind of content he puts out." I mean, ouch! That has to be difficult for Christine to manage. Two of her kids, have a huge rift. They don't get along at all. I mean, maybe we don't know the whole story. It's kind of hard to tell, but just always sad to see a brother and sister have a big rift like this, honestly. Gwendolyn also commented on Cody and Robin's spending habits. She had said, "I think that my dad and Robin have a terrible habit of spending very crazy and not within their means at all." So that's interesting. I feel like I've heard this before for some reason. And, since Janelle used to handle the finances, I feel like she would know best, and she has that whole story, Meanwhile, Leo, Mary's child, and their fiance Audrey seem to be enjoying life. I think they live in Colorado now. Under this image, Leo said, "I love to love this human." And they seem to be spending a lot of time with their dogs. And Mary chimed in the comments, "Love you both." So word on the street is that Leo is distancing herself from the family in a way, probably for her own peace and sanity and to stay away from the drama. They seem happy, which is good. Mykelti, Christine's daughter, that's great. Hallelujah. But at the same time, isn't it kind of like a tradition to see that happen? Honestly, maybe it would have pepped things up and made things less awkward. I don't know. Alright guys, thanks so much for listening the whole way through. I'll be back with more updates, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think of all this. Bye guys! This is a part 2 July 2023 Sister Wives update plus a Hunter Brown update. This is what happens when the day after my July 2023 Sister Wives update, the whole family posts like a million pictures. So I have to do part 2 now. So Gwendolyn and B got married this weekend, and it resulted in probably an awkward party at a place called the Mayor Flagstaff, which has a rooftop patio. So the whole family was there, despite the crazy tension between some of them, minus 2 of Janelle's kids, Maddie and Savannah, who are in North Carolina, and Gwen's brother, Peyton. Mykelti's kids were basically the stars of the whole reception, literally going from arm to arm to arm. They were with Hunter, they were with Logan and Michelle, they were with Robin and Cody, and they're just so cute. And in a way, you know, kids help bring everyone together. Logan and Hunter were competing for fun uncle status, I think. That's the vibe I get. Logan and Hunter are basically the MVPs of the family. I wonder what their relationship with Cody is. That's not really, like, public, but I could see them kind of siding with Garrison and Gabriel. All the wives were in one place, but Cody and Robin seemed to stay in the background, and they were not in a big family photo that was taken, but David was. We saw Robin in a video holding a child in the background. I think maybe it was Mykelti's daughter Avalon, and Cody is seen here like giving one of Mykelti's boys a bottle. So yeah, he was just kind of like in the back, but he showed up, and showing up is important. Despite Beyonce B tied the knot in Flagstaff this weekend. A friend had posted a video of them taking a wedding shot, and Mary posted a picture of her and Leo dressed up and said something like, "Best part of the day for me," or something. So I'm sure we'll see more pictures from the family soon, but yes, by all appearances, seems like Gwen may well be a married woman now, so congratulations to Gwendolyn. And in more wedding news, yes, there's a lot of wedding news. Christine and Cody now have something else in common too, because photos were posted and Christine seems to have officiated a wedding recently. I bet her dancing at the reception was a lot better than whatever Cody's dance moves were at his friend's wedding, just saying. And Christine was also spotted wedding dress shopping. So it seems like her wedding will be happening just fast and furious as well. I predict in like the next month or something. Christine and David are also, of course, continuing to work on their brand new, amazing house. They're getting work done on their backyard to make it fun for their grandkids. And now they added some cute details to their concrete driveway, and Christine just loves it so much she had to post on Instagram. So also, Christine spent the 4th of July with David, her girls, and grandkids. She says they were actually able to see the fireworks from her balcony. And Peyton and Gwen were MIA. Actually, Peyton's been MIA a lot, so don't know what's going on there. But she had said, "I hope everyone had an incredible Independence Day. My family and I enjoyed fireworks from my balcony. We could see the entire valley lighting up." Hashtag July 4th, 2023. And Mary, who I personally think is really being treated unfairly by Cody to the extreme. I don't know, I really feel like Mary gave Cody too many chances. Let's remember, she was the first wife and helped him get all these wives, and now he seems to have completely turned on her, and especially in his confessionals. And he's just been brutal. Anyways, Mary's just trying to empower herself again with her friend, followed by more epic training. Yep, it looks like on day 2 there was some working out happening and inspiration. She said, after a good workout, we did a little more sightseeing and shopping. This place is amazing, y'all. P.S. If anyone knows where I can get my hands on a cute Paddington figurine like this one, only quite a bit smaller, please let me know. I'm obsessed. Okay, so it is the Paddington Bear obsession. That's so interesting. Mary talked about how excited she was for her trip on Fridays with Friends with Jen, and it seems like a good time for her to get away, and it looks like these retreats really make Mary feel good and stay positive, so I'm all for it. Might also mean that she's done filming for a while, perhaps, or done for the season. I don't know, but the Danelle Delgado, by the way, I've seen Mary talk about her before, and she is well known for training entrepreneurs, and she's also like a motivational speaker, I believe. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed my Mary update about her trip to the UK. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. On Sister Wives, the Brown family has had a crazy amount of drama, but nothing compares to the drama in the feuds in the family. In this video, I'll be taking an in-depth look at 4 major feuds on Sister Wives. They are Mary versus Janelle, Payton versus two of his sisters, Cody versus Gabriel and Garrison, and of course, we have a Christine versus Robin situation. But before I dive in, please subscribe and like this video, like right now. Let's start with Mary and Janelle. Janelle and Mary's feud dates back to like the 90s. Janelle was married to Mary's brother, Adam, and when their marriage ended, sparks began to fly, and Cody and Janelle started courting. So immediately, Janelle said that when she met Cody, she had the strangest feeling and felt as if she had forgotten something and suddenly remembered it. Kind of like how people describe, soulmate situations. It's been said camera crying about how she wanted to be with her sister wives on a porch with her kids and grandkids. I do have a lot to say about this. Her fantasy about the wives on the porch that she's always talking about. She's brought this up before. It's like a fantasy, and even if they were all still with Cody, the relationships were not where they would have been like that on the porch. And she wasn't exactly acting like the wife that wanted to be on the porch with the wives. So I don't know. It's a good image in your head, but in practice, she just needs to mourn that whole porch thing. And it'll probably just be her and Cody on the porch. And sometimes life changes and you just gotta roll with it, Robin. So Cody says that he tried to do everything right and it didn't work, so now he should just be the devil you think I am now, with this breathy, scary voice. I think a lot of us fans would say he, from our perspective, we certainly don't think he did everything right. Not everyone does everything right, and I mean, come on, really? Everything right? I don't know. And the final scene in the teaser is just something else altogether. I was kind of cringing the whole time. Should we have witnessed this? I don't know. But Janelle tells Cody to shut his you-know-what mouth, and he's like, no, 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 and gets up and leaves, and then there's cursing. Imagine being the camera guy on that one for a second. Very cringy, very family drama, dark, not anything we would ever want for that family. I'm guessing this will be a big scene in the new season, just like the knife in the kidneys last season. I think. I don't know. I don't know even if they've shot everything yet. It's just a teaser. It's not even the trailer. When the trailer comes, maybe we'll have more of a set, look or something. Okay, guys, so the Browns are falling completely apart. We knew this, and I guess we'll be seeing it unfold from August 20th. I'm scared to see what happens this season. I hope it's, somewhat enjoyable. I'll definitely be tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, though. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and what you want Suki to ask, because yeah, her questions aren't the greatest. I have to say, I saw a petition asking that Suki be removed as host, and I feel like they've had better hosts in the past. So, anyways, let's see what happens with all that. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye. These are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18 Tell All Part 3. So I guess that's episode 17. In the first teaser, Robyn is once again not offering very much in this tell-all. Her performance is terrible. She seems guarded and not trying to say anything interesting. She's crying a lot, obviously, this time about how she thinks Cody is self-sabotaging and trying to sabotage their relationship by picking fights with her. And Suki asks her, what are the fights about? And she takes forever to answer and says, stupid stuff. Welcome to Every Marriage, fighting about stupid stuff. Nothing too special or unique or mind-blowing about that, Robyn. Robyn says that they are reacting differently to the bomb that's exploded in the family. Robyn is mourning, so crying all the time, basically, and Cody is angry. Tell us something we don't know. Like, please, can we skip this segment? She says something weird, though. She says that Cody is ready to go find whatever. Does that mean wives, like women? It's not clear what Cody is going out to find, honestly. Cody's extremely vulnerable in this segment. I will give him that. He's the opposite of guarded. He is unapologetically himself, and although I do want to throw things at the TV while he's speaking, I have some respect for that. He says he was sabotaging his relationship with Robyn to punish himself. He even thought about what it would be like to leave Robyn and find someone else. And he thinks that he would look over at the new lover and say, I don't love you. I love the person I left. And he was embarrassed about the whole whatever happened with his family. And he just... Third teaser, Robyn is still crying, and she says it feels disrespectful almost to be happy with Cody at this point, and she seems to be struggling about that. Suki assures her that Christine, Mary, and Janelle all said to her that they want them to be happy. But Robyn says that it's just not good enough. It needs to be told to her face off camera, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't know why it needs to be off camera, as if it's like an act when they say that on camera, like they don't really mean it. I think they actually mean it. Suki says that Robyn needs to be released by her other sister wives somehow or something, because she just cannot let go of her quote-unquote commitment to the other wives and kids, even though she ruined their gift exchange and won't really allow her kids to spend time with them, basically, based on what we hear from Mykelti. So this actually doesn't really jive. It doesn't really make sense. She just cannot wrap her head around the fact that their big polygamous family is over. She still imagines that she has these relationships with these women, especially Christine Janelle. I mean, it's crazy to me that she thinks that there's any relationship there. She's in La La Land, denial here, in Tell All Part 3, and I hope you enjoyed my little analysis of the 3 teasers. Let's see what the full episode brings for Sister Wives Season 18, Tell All Part 4, and then we'll have the spin-offs to talk about. But who would you crown the winner of all the tell-alls so far? Honestly, I don't even know. I need to watch the last part to figure all that out for myself. But after my last recap, I will crown a winner of the tell-all who performed, who expressed themselves better, who is the most kind of relatable, because I feel like some of them were kind of dancing around topics and not really answering questions a little bit. Like, give it to me straight, right? So the winner's probably not going to be Robyn, to be honest, because I don't think she was honestly that interesting, this tell-all, but stay tuned for that and just boss ladies doing their thing. I think the Kardashians were even there. Imagine Christine interacting with the Kardashians. This is her level now. So that's so cool. Christine went to New York this month and visited her sister, and they had this cute double date situation going on. Christine has been traveling a whole lot lately, and someone in her comments said, "Did you save your grocery money for this trip?" Which is a clear reference to when Cody told Christine if she wanted to go on a trip, she had to save her grocery money. This was back when she was babysitting or watching like A Million Children, and that scene did not age well. And David replied in Christine's comments and said, "Nope, spent the kids' Christmas money." David is just trolling the trolls, people. And that's not all. He was still in Christine's comments this month when she posted this picture just saying how she loves monogamy now. She had said, I was always concerned I would lose my independence in monogamy. I realized the other day, being married to the right person, David for me, that I am more independent than I ever was." And David said below in her comments, "Had surgery last Friday. I've never been taken care of like Christine has done for me. I have the best wife and soulmate that anyone could ever have. She is my angel. Love you so much, Christine Woolley." Notice how he called her Christine Woolley and not Brown. I don't know if she changed her name. I feel like probably not for the show even, but maybe we'll find out later. Mykelti and Tony, meanwhile, went to LA for the weekend recently for a wedding, and they had a nice couples weekend. And they both look great, by the way. They've lost so much weight. I can't even believe it. And Mykelti had said, "Every small moment has built our relationship stronger. Getting away to appreciate my husband and the life we've built together was wonderful. So yeah, more LA weekend photo spam." And Isabel, Mykelti, and Aspen spent some good sister time together lately as well. Mykelti has been very open on her Patreon about so many Appleseed, if you guys remember. Hunter Elias Brown. Word on the street is that Hunter also lives in Vegas. He works in healthcare. He has his master's in nursing from Johns Hopkins. And he has a girlfriend named Audrey. And this month, Hunter celebrated Audrey's birthday by bringing her to see Kelly Clarkson in concert. Actually, Gabriel and Logan were there too, and Hunter was also at Gwendolyn's wedding holding babies and all that too. He's also a fun uncle. So next, let's go to the oldest daughter of Janelle and Cody, Madison. So Maddie still lives in North Carolina with her husband Caleb and their family. Her baby Josephine, her third child, she calls her Joey, just turned 6 months old. This month, she went on a trip out of town with Caleb and his coworkers, I guess at like some retreat. And she said that apparently their truck was broken into during the night. So fun times, not. Madison sells for Plexus along with her mom, Janelle, and Janelle often visits Maddie, honestly. Actually, they were just together because Janelle went live randomly on Instagram for like just a few minutes to share a story that they were talking about something out loud and couldn't believe that like the next day a coupon came up on their phone for the same thing they were talking about. Cue the conspiracy theories about our phones listening to us. It was a short live and it was interesting, but evidence that Janelle and Maddie were together. Now let's go to Garrison. So Garrison recently went to Italy. I don't know if this was a solo trip or not, but he went to the Colosseum and spent time in Rome. We know that. He's still into photography, and word on the street is that Garrison may have a girlfriend, but he probably wants to keep her off social media. Who knows? I mean, people have varying degrees of needs in terms of privacy, right? Next, let's go to Gabe. So Gabriel is still in Flagstaff. He seems to hang out with Janelle a lot and helps her out with her trailer. Very likely still in her taxes. Notice she's not saying the family's taxes. She's doing her own. So maybe Cody and Robin got their own accountant now. But she got her highlighters ready. But just like all of us, she's procrastinating on that. She says, "It's tax prep weekend for me, ready to get my stuff prepped for my accountant." And yes, I love highlighters for paperwork. But the interesting phenomenon is, as soon as I begin this task, all of a sudden, the closet clean out, cleaning projects, and room organizing that haven't been on the priority list become urgent and interesting. Same girl, same. We are all on the procrastination bandwagon. So this month, Janelle was also at Gwen's wedding in Flagstaff. Most of her kids were there except for her two girls, Maddie and Savannah. But she did see Maddie and Savannah because we know that Janelle had to go get Savannah from Maddie in North Carolina and bring her all the way home. And we also saw Janelle and Maddie go live to discuss how Janelle thinks her phone is listening to her, because when they were talking about something, she got a coupon for it on her phone randomly. This was like a Janelle conspiracy theory mode live. It was short, but it was highly entertaining. And, you know, they probably do listen to us. Like, let's not lie. And also, we potentially got a first look at Gabriel's new girlfriend, unless I'm totally spacing out, but I don't think I've seen this girl before. Anyways, there is a girl in this picture sitting on Gabriel's lap, and Gabriel was here hanging out with Hunter and Logan and some friends. And now, let's go to Mary. Mary mentioned on Fridays with Friends that she's probably going to New York soon. She also recently went to her parents' gravesite and shared her feelings with Instagram, which was sad. She said, "Quick pit stop on today's travels. Miss these two amazing humans. Miss their wisdom, their laughter, their love. Nothing feels as lonely some days as when you don't have mom and dad with you. Nothing can replace them. So many sweet memories of them will live on, and hopefully I can share a small spark of their light with the world." Mary also posted something. Janelle cheated him out of contact with his family and that she was lazy about the rules. He angrily kind of gets up, puts his jacket on, and pours himself water, then throws his cup away or whatever. Then Janelle says, well, she starts to swear. And then, yeah, there's a lot of pointing going on. It gets really bad. There's a lot of finger pointing. At one point, they're both pointing at each other, and then Cody kind of leaves, and Janelle's still swearing, and it all ends with Cody storming out. So there's that. I feel like, I don't know, are the teasers almost the whole episode? Because what is left? I feel like I just watched so many teasers. Now let's get to, I guess, episode 4, which the description just dropped. And episode 4 is going to be called A Deal with the Devil. And it says, Cody confides in a friend who has also gone through a polygamous divorce, and he contemplates giving up on plural marriage. While Janelle is still reeling from the huge fight she had with Cody, the family once again celebrates Christmas separately. And yes, actually, it's true, because in December 2021, I actually made a video, and I noted that Hunter was visiting Janelle, and they were playing games at her apartment, and I did not see them kind of all together as a family, and I was kind of that was kind of like a red flag. So there's that. All right, guys, so that's a lot. I hope you guys tune in to episode 3 coming up, and that you enjoyed all the teaser action. So definitely don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives content. There's just a lot going on with Sister Wives right now. All right, guys, bye.
He plays nice while stabbing you in the back. The evil thoughts I had about you, but I was just
I have some spoilers about Sister Wives season 18, episode 2 and episode 3, and then there was a secret wedding, and we need to talk about it. This is a Sister Wives update for August 2023, part 2. So let's start with the teasers. TLC is just dropping Robin this season. And there are a lot of looks throughout the years that Janelle she just can't hide it. I mean, it is what it is. And of course, Janelle threw shade at Robin at the tell-all this season, saying she's so tired of quote-unquote Counselor Robin. Oh, your pain, your pain. So yeah, it just feels like Janelle's even more angry at Robin for everything now. So it is what it is. The feud lives on. I don't think we should ever expect these two to be like friends or anything like that. And I hope you enjoyed my Sister Wives, Janelle and Robin in-depth report on their ongoing frenemy feud. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the whole way through. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives content. Bye guys! This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 12. In this episode, Christine throws a party, Janelle and Cody get awkward in her new apartment, and Mary turns her life into a tree metaphor. Oh, and Janelle uses the term poop in a group, and no one knows what that means, like at all. I've looked it up. I mean, what does that mean? First, Christine is having a 50s birthday party for her 50th birthday. There's a food truck. So many kids showed up to celebrate. We see Aspen, Peyton, Garrison, Gabriel, Savannah, Mykelti, Isabel. Truly, Christine loves being single and admits to dating, but for quote-unquote fun. Janelle supports Christine dating. She knows that Christine has been looking for a good partner for so long, and Cody just wasn't fulfilling that at all. I mean, at all. No, now hold the phone, because we learned that Mykelti told Robin and Cody first about the fact that she was pregnant with twins because she needed help, apparently, whatever that means. I think we all collectively cringed inside at the screen when she said that. Telling Robin before your mom, Mykelti, I was kind of hoping that there would be like a reconciliation by the end of the season. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think they're still feuding. Okay, so let's talk about the episode description. So it's called Don't Put All Your Eggs in One Basket. And it says, Christine is excited to celebrate her first Easter since divorcing Cody. Janelle says her life is also better without Cody, but reveals she would consider polygamy again. After learning Aurora is interested in a boy, Mary reflects on marrying so young. Wait, Aurora is interested in a boy in the next episode? Is this like the lighthearted storyline that we all kind of need to survive the episode? I'm surprised that Robin is even letting her kids film this season, because Mykelti did mention that she's just very overprotective, probably why she doesn't really like the cameras going in her house that much. But Aurora is getting a lot of scene time. She pierced her ears. Now she likes a boy. I mean, well, good for Aurora. I mean, she seems to be doing well. Alright guys, I hope you liked my teaser analysis for next episode of Sister Wives. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe please to my channel. Pretty please. Alright guys, bye! Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 9, and at the end of the video, I'll talk about Gwen not attending Christine's wedding and what Mykelti had to say about that. Before I start, please like this video right now and subscribe to my channel. In the first teaser, Janelle talks about how Cody is having trouble with his older kids. We all know that. Janelle says that basically when they were younger, the kids didn't question anything, and now that they're grown and they question things, it's hard for Cody. I think that Cody forgot that kids still need a dad after 18. It's weird. Robin says that Cody's relationship with the older kids were really good before the pandemic. Actually, she says with a lot of them, so not all of them. I don't know. She's essentially blaming Christine leaving for the demise of his relationship. Something about how she's gonna have bad karma or something. It's just terrible. It's so toxic what they're saying about each other, and it's just, oh God help us. Like, where are they gonna go from here? It's bad. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 9. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys!
A bad sister wife is someone who just monopolizes the husband's way, has no time for anybody else.
A bad sister wife takes her kids away from her husband. And that's exactly what Christine has done.
Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 10, and I saved the best for last. Teaser number 3 this week is definitely the juiciest. So let's get to what Janelle, Cody, Mary, Christine, and Robin are going to be up to this week. Teaser 1. Christine and Janelle are having coffee, and Janelle blurts out that she would consider polygamy again, and that she likes polygamy. Ew, wait, what? How can she like polygamy after everything that just happened? And Christine is just so far away from that place in her mind. In her face, she's just so confused by what Janelle just said. Janelle is not in the space yet of admitting that maybe polygamy is not all it's cracked up to be. She just likes her independence. But she says that it would have to be one of those things where you look at someone and think, oh, I know that person, like she had with Cody. So Janelle wants another Cody? I'm so confused. Christine says that if she had a soulmate who was a polygamist, she would not do it anyway. So very different viewpoints here. Christine calls Cody a monogamist now, and Janelle agrees. And this is the first time Janelle's agreed with that fact. And she says that maybe a while ago he slipped into monogamy and just tried to keep up with his responsibilities with the other wives. Just slipped, like slipped on a slide, slip on a banana, just slipped into monogamy. No big deal. Teaser 2. It's Easter 2022. Tony says that the fact that they'll still get together for big family events means there's hope or something, and that there's something there, quote unquote. And they count down, and Mykelti basically blasts herself with blue in the face. It actually looks painful. I was worried. She looked blinded for a second there, but 2 boys, and that's super exciting. Cody makes sure to say he'd be just as excited if they were 2 girls. I don't fully buy that though, because Cody, to me, always kind of favored boys, maybe. He then says, I see a bad moon arising. You know, like the song. Anyways, if you know that song, I mean, everybody knows that song, but bad moon arising. I don't know if that was the right thing to say in this moment. The joke does not land. Some people kind of laugh awkwardly, like Hunter here, and Cody admits that the whole thing is just bittersweet. Next teaser, Christine admits that Cody was the first boy she ever kissed, and that actually her first kiss was after they got married, which is probably why she got mad when Cody and Robin sealed their engagement with the kiss in season 1. Do you guys remember? Christine did not appreciate that. Probably because, you know, Cody probably made this rule for her that they wouldn't kiss. And Christine is now brave enough to think, you know what, maybe dating could be good, but also admits that she doesn't really go out or anything, so, I mean, how is it gonna happen? Tony proposes. Tony is so funny in this scene, though. His advice is like just classic. He says that maybe she should call herself Tina on the dating apps. And Mitch is concerned about the types of people she could find. And he thinks it should be farmers only. The husband's chiming in is just everything here. I mean, Tina? Really? And this is Isabel's goodbye dinner or something, and Mykelti and Tony say something like, Christine should get reacquainted with her body because it takes practice. I mean, really? I mean, they mean well, but I guess they're just really comfortable just blurting things like this out on national television, telling their mother for some heartwarming Sister Wives news tonight. Christine Brown's wedding dreams have finally come true, guys. The Sister Wives star Christine, at 51, walked down the aisle with her fiancé, David Woolley, 59, in a fairy tale wedding that had all the bells and whistles. Finally. And People magazine had the exclusive details. Christine and David's wedding took place in the breathtaking Moab, Utah, in front of about 330 guests, which is a huge wedding, actually. And we found out that her dad and Peyton walked her down the aisle, and I just love that detail so much. The celebration kicked off the night before with a scenic dinner cruise down the Colorado River. The couple wanted to share this special moment with their family and friends as much as possible. So their outdoor wedding was a beautiful sight with natural colors like rust, dusty rose, mauve, deep plum, and peachy coral that perfectly complemented the backdrop. David just could not stop gushing about the view. We all know Christine likes to see the angels sing. Am I right? The wedding fulfilled a lifelong wish for Christine. She always wanted to wear the white dress, walk down the aisle, and have all the bells and whistles that she missed out on during her first marriage with Cody. She actually described her first marriage as sad. So, I'm so happy for her she got this. And guess what? She got it all. So take that, Cody. I mean, just kidding, but Christine looked absolutely stunning in her dress with a plunging neckline and a lot of beading. So this dress definitely kicked her first dress's, butt. And let's not forget her beautiful hair and makeup. And of course, because it's Christine, family was at the heart of this wedding. Her kids and grandkids walked down the aisle in between the parents, making it super family oriented, and it was really a touching moment. So Christine and David exchanged vows under a beautiful floral arch in the front of Colorado River. And it was just, sacred lowliness. It's a way to be closer to God. What? Clearly, Robin is still drinking the Kool-Aid, and Mary hasn't heard this before. So because of that, this is probably BS. I mean, Mary was the first wife. She brought the wives in. She's from a fully plural family from the beginning. She would know if sacred loneliness was actually a thing. If Mary doesn't know about it, it's probably BS. Cody is going back in time, and this next thing kind of blew me away a little bit. He emphasizes that he courted Robin and Mary, but Janelle and Christine asked to be in the family, as if they're second-class wives or something. This goes back to the time when I think he imitated Christine being like a dog panting to be in the family. In my opinion, he's trying to say that Christine and Janelle were thirsty to get in the family, and they should have been happy with what they got. Easy to say when things are falling apart. I've never heard him talk like this. And somehow, because Robin was invited into the family and courted, she's somehow, elevated or something. I don't know. This rubs me the wrong way. It's very degrading vibes over here. Janelle and Christine combined have like 12 of Cody's kids, and for him to be portraying them as thirsty to be in the family is just hits as degrading. They raised 12 of his kids. Amazing kids. Then Nathan, Cody's friend, they're driving, and Nathan is giving his deep thoughts on marriage. I don't even know why he's doing this. Nathan is a polygamist. I think he's married to Mary's sister and another wife. Anyways, he says that marriage is about the woman's right to choose who she wants to father her children. And that if it's a married man, then be it. It's fine. And if she wants to leave, she should also choose. I'm going to reserve judgment because Nathan seems like a likable guy. So, until I see more, UK, she said, "Well, London, you've been quite good to me indeed. Business accomplished, dreams fulfilled, memories made, lots of good food, many miles walked, time with amazing friends, solo reflections and grand adventures, and now back home where I can jump in full force to the business plans I created here. I'm so excited for the future, so excited to see my plans and goals come to fruition and my dreams become reality." And in more Mary news, of course, she posted a cryptic quote this month on her Instagram stories, this time about having high standards, but as she should, after her somewhat predictable breakup with Cody. Some articles actually thought that this was like a swipe at Cody, actually, but can a girl just post a post? Like, a quote, sorry. Yeah, curious to see if Mary will have a new boyfriend soon, like Christine. But honestly, like, for Janelle and Mary, like, no pressure. Like, there shouldn't be any pressure on them. They're dealing with a lot, right? So, yeah. Alright, guys, thank you so much for listening the whole way through. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye! Meri Brown from Sister Wives has escaped the US and the drama, and she's enjoying a trip to London, England at the moment. This is where she is now, and she's keeping us updated on what she's seeing and doing while she's there. So this is a special behind the scenes update on Meri's trip to the UK. Seems like she's there for business training or some type of business retreat. You know, Meri's all about the money. Well, not all about the money, but her business. And she likes retreats, so it all makes sense, right? So let me show you what Meri has been up to in the UK on the heels of her big move back to Utah and her breakup with Cody. Meri flew to the UK through Heathrow Airport and let us know how excited she was about her trip. Honestly, she did mention it on her Fridays with Friends with Jen. She said, "Adventuring, it's what I love to do. Saying yes to seeing new places. Saying yes to meeting new people. Saying Utah too." Janelle is just not there yet, though. She says it takes a long time in plural marriage to get a release. What the heck is a release, and how long does it take to get one? I think she means like a real break off of her relationship. Savannah is right there during the whole conversation because, let's face it, the apartment is so small, you can't really have secrets anyway. And Savannah confirms that Cody hasn't seen her or talked to her since the beginning of December for her birthday, and it's now mid-January. Unclear why Savannah was completely snubbed by Cody for Christmas, why she didn't get an invite to see Cody, she didn't get a present from Cody. And Savannah says that she was sad at first, but now she's mad. Looks like Savannah didn't get a scooter, guys. And Christine is so pissed about the whole thing, and I don't blame her. Cody says that Christine and Janelle banded together and he doesn't have the emotional fortitude anymore, and that the phone goes both ways. He said, "I can reach out to Savannah eventually. It'll happen." Okay, Cody, call Savannah. I mean, that's so cruel. Her watching everyone get those scooters and everything. She didn't get anything, not even a phone call. It's terrible. Robin is driving up her van now, and she's coming over to Meri's house. They're still meeting outside for some reason, and Robin says that Christmas was crazy. She says Isabel, McKelty, and Truly came over. Poor Meri didn't even know, so she's hurt by that. And Robin, as usual, just releases herself from feeling bad about telling Meri by saying she had no control, absolutely no control over what was happening. Whatever. Robin still doesn't understand why Christine left still. It's so annoying. She's still grasping at the fact that there was, quote unquote, no real deal breaker. I'm immediately annoyed by this conversation, honestly. Janelle says that when they went public, it never really settled the same way as before, and they kept trying and trying, but it just always X. So the $1 million question is, why are they paying it down now after all these years, and now that Kody and Janelle are separated? Are they going to build on those 2 plots of land that they paid off? I honestly thought that they were going to just sell it off. It would have made perfect sense to sell and give Janelle money so she can have money for a down payment for another house or something like that. I guess we'll have to wait. But could it be that Janelle still intends on building there with her greenhouse dream and living next to Robyn? I mean, she does love Coyote Pass for some reason, because it just seems like an interesting choice. Why would you want to do that? Can you imagine willingly moving next to your ex and his wife that you don't really like? It's awkward. It's really awkward. But Janelle's doesn't let things get awkward that much. Or another controversial option, did Janelle take Kody back? Like, why else would she be moving forward or paying off her plot of Coyote Pass? Make it make sense for me. Whatever it is, and especially if they're building, this has the potential to be a major storyline on the show for Sister Wives season 18 or the next one even. We're talking like a lot of episodes arguing about building and stuff. Like, remember when they were talking about wet bars and all that when they were building out the cul-de-sac in Vegas? That was a major storyline for a long time. So at the very least, it would give them something interesting to talk about or argue about for like another long time. More lawn chair conversations, but I'm trying to visualize where Sister Wives is like going moving forward. It's very unpredictable. I mean, would you be shocked if Janelle took Kody back? Or like, what is happening? What is your take? It's a mystery. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives updates. Bye! This is a Sister Wives update for June 2023. Let's check in with Meri, Christine, and water anymore, so it's not even actually a pond anymore. So it is what it is. They're having fun over there. It's like a little filler clip there. And Christine is frustrated because Kody's stringing people along. Janelle says, I still have affection for Kody, but I need to grow. But Christine really thinks that he's stringing Meri along, he's stringed her along, and now he's stringing Janelle along. Meri says that it's easier for her to be at the B&B, and she's stressed out about everything. She just doesn't want it to look like she's leaving for some reason. So Meri says that she cares so much and wants it to work out with Kody, and this is something that he has committed to as well. And Kody said, he has not talked to Janelle in 6 weeks, and he's wanting to get back together with Janelle. So I'm not really understanding why, if you wanted to get back together with someone, you wouldn't talk to them for 6 weeks. So why would you do that? Make it make sense. Why has he not talked to Janelle in 6 weeks? Janelle says that, she feels fine with her decision. They have a covenant, though, that their marriage is beyond death even. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but she doesn't want to be married anymore. Christine doesn't think that Janelle's done yet with Kody. They talk about how Cody's not the same person anymore, how he used to be more courageous. Janelle says he used to be bold, dynamic, and now he's advocating for patriarchy. Like, what the heck is happening? Meri says, this is not the happy-go-lucky Kody Brown that I used to know. He's just not who I married. And I think that happens to a lot of couples. The guy completely changes, it's a whole thing. And Kody says, you know what, we've all changed, not just him. Yeah, but I mean, even his eye color changed. I agree. though, that this is not the Cody Brown from season 1. Who is this person, even? We don't know. Mary says she's not buying that he's so sad about the family going downhill, because then why is he not doing something about it then? Robin says Cody's gonna do what Cody's gonna do. I mean, why is he not... Christine's dropping truth bombs this season. Christine's celebrating Easter from now on, mostly because Cody had said no, so from now on, Easter's on. Janelle is happy that today things are going to be easy. Cue in the iPhone footage from hell. It's vertical. It's not even landscape, people. Like, really, TLC? We've sunk to new lows. Aspen is there, which is awesome, and so is Gwen, but not Peyton. Cody says we can get most of our family back together, but at the moment, I have a life with Robin and her children, and I'm okay with that. He then goes on a tangent about Janelle and Christine wanting the kids all to themselves. But, nobody sees it like that. I see it more as Janelle and Christine are doing what they need to do, while Cody is busy in his monogamous bliss relationship or whatever, and they're just compensating for him not being present. The kids do an Easter egg hunt with money inside the eggs, and then they sit and have a picnic in Christine's backyard. There's this weird scene with Robin looking outside the window in such a creepy way, like I can't. And Mary says that she did nothing for Easter. She says Robin and Cody didn't invite her over. She literally sat at home. So poor Mary, run, Mary, run. Janelle says she's not missing Cody, Mary, and Robin, and she feels peace now. And now we're at the B&B. Jen's back, Mary's BFF, and they cleaned out the carriage house. Jen is on the phone with the contractor for the project, and she tells Mary he wants to know if he can do her hole. This is 3 for 3 weird things that Jen did on the show. She has a streak now. Well, the show needs some comedic relief, honestly, so I'm kind of okay with it. They're making a clothing boutique. Mary says that the relationship she has with Jen, she has kind of had with other people in the past in the family. She says she did with Christine, and she also had something like that with Robin, but it was more serious. Cody says that he has an amiable, distant... She kind of had a little bit more... clout. I don't know. It's weird. It's all about perception, but it did shift after this happened, in my opinion. In a later season, I think season 15, someone had tweeted that Cody calls Robin love, and that he didn't call any of the other wives that. It's true. He used to say love like 1,000,000 times per episode. And so Janelle responded on Twitter, and she had said, he calls me sweetheart. I wouldn't want to be called love. Oh, the shade. Not too shady, but just enough, This was back when they used to live tweet during the show. They don't do that now for obvious reasons. Clearly, Cody and Robin would get roasted on Twitter. Beyond this, in the later season, things escalated, for sure, between Janelle and Robin. There was one moment where Cody is working out in Janelle's garage with music, and Janelle says, she needs something harder, in terms of music. And she confessed that she actually likes Eminem and German industrial rock, which is surprising, honestly. And then in her confessional, Robin was so judgmental. Her face just looked so judgy and, in my opinion, I guess. But she talked about how when they were in Vegas, Janelle used to attend concerts and wore black t-shirts and heavy makeup. Robin was shading Janelle here and acting like a 1950s housewife. Who cares about people's music choices? The face she made was quite epic. In season 17... the feud escalated, again, up a notch. Fans spotted Janelle rolling her eyes at Robin during intense discussions about Christine leaving. Obviously, Janelle just sided with the boys in terms of their dislike of Robin and the belief that she had something to do with the rules Cody implemented when, the virus was happening and they said you had to wash your mail or never see your family or something. It was pretty strict. And Janelle just never seemed happy to be even sitting next to the day she left Cody, kind of like a divorce party, but different. And she's with Janelle and some girl runs. Janelle of all people. I think it's all single people and Janelle, who is still married to the person Christine is celebrating to have left. So it's kind of awkward, but good for Janelle. Janelle's not really saying anything, but she's supporting her like that, so that's awesome. Cody calls mid-conversation, and Christine cringes and doesn't answer. Cody was calling about Truly, apparently, he says, but it was just really bad timing. And Christine says that in her final anniversary with Cody, she'd actually told him not to call her. And Christine then goes on a tangent about how she recommends that anyone thinking about divorce should just do it. Just do it. She says you're already miserable anyway. So I don't know if that's good advice or not, but it just seems like things were so terrible between Cody and Christine. We didn't really know that because we weren't behind the scenes, but she came out of it and she's happy and now married and glowing and everything. But she was even happy single. And now let's talk about some pressing Sister Wives news from this week. Okay, so first of all, Gwen did not attend Christine's wedding. This was confirmed. Yes, this is controversial. Not attending your own mother's wedding is sad. A lot of people think it was because Peyton was there, but honestly, Mykelti says that she was shocked that she wasn't there. It's a big statement. And also, Leon was there, but Mary was not, which was also kind of interesting. According to People magazine, Mykelti said, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Gwendolyn didn't tell me why she wasn't there, and when she didn't show up, it was kind of a shock to me. I didn't know she wasn't going to be there. Mykelti added that she ultimately thinks it's tragic that her sister didn't attend the ceremony, and she doesn't know what could have happened. I don't know the reasons why. I don't know if there was there could have been an emergency, there could have been nothing, who knows. My first thought is, how does she not know the reason? Wow, they're not close. Really, no one knew why? You didn't text. I still like Nathan. I feel like I'm going to be so irritated next episode. And Mary is slowly becoming a bit more of a favorite for me. She's just keeping it a lot more real this season. She's kind of a voice of reason. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but I do. We also found out recently that Christine and David are watching Sister Wives episodes while they air. She told fans that during a commercial break last episode, they advertised for a dating app called The Stir for single parents, and this is how they met, and how this was a whole ironic thing. I'm a little surprised that Christine would watch it with David because it's just so toxic. And David, how can he not dislike Cody after watching that? I don't know. I just want to be a fly on the wall to see what they actually banter and talk about while they watch it. Maybe they need to do a pillow talk type of show for TLC and just react to it. I also want to talk about episode 5 because the description has officially dropped, and it says, the Browns discuss how things went over Christmas. Janelle confesses to Christine that she doesn't know if her marriage can be fixed. Robin and Mary try to dissect what went wrong and reveal that Cody was not always equal with his time. Hallelujah. Oh, finally, a big revelation about Cody's time. I feel like Robin was kind of in denial about this for a long time, so I'm actually curious to see this conversation. It only took 10 years, but it's okay. Here we are. I just hope this conversation is not outside, and I'm Team Mary this season, and Team Janelle and Christine, of course, but I just really want to see Mary stand up for herself and just tell Cody where to go at this point. So that is my teaser analysis for season 18, episode 4 of Sister Wives. Hope you join me during my recap that I'll post as soon as possible after the episode. And hope you're enjoying the season. Bye, guys.
Because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
And I'm not going to.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You.
Next feud, we're talking about Peyton versus Gwendolyn and Leon. So Peyton, who is the son of Christine and Cody, their only son actually, had like a social media squabble in 2020 when he posted something on social to support the police, basically. It was like, anyways, and Audrey, Leon's fiance, replied in the comments saying something like they couldn't believe what he was posting. A fan had made a comment about it, and Peyton ended up replying that he loved Leon, but they can't stand each other, apparently. So there you have it. Peyton and Gwendolyn also have a feud, and this one seems a bit more serious and probably difficult for Christine to manage. It almost seems to me like they don't even attend the same family events anymore, mostly. Peyton admitted on TikTok that he and Gwen had some type of like physical altercation at one point, and that now Gwen is scared of him. Then Gwen addressed Peyton's interviews about the show. At the time, Peyton did something with like John Yates, etc. And she said something pretty scathing, actually. She said, "He's the most awful person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing, and I would strongly advise taking anything he says as fact. I would advise against giving him any kind of support, even if you're watching the kind of content he puts out." I mean, that's pretty brutal. Like, the most awful person she's ever met about her brother. I mean, that's not good. I mean, not sure how long these two are gonna feud, but it doesn't look good, which I'm sure is super stressful for Christine, having two of her kids basically have this long-standing feud. Okay, so now let's go to Robin Brown and Christine Brown. So Christine was pregnant when Cody was courting Robin, which in itself didn't really start things off the right foot. In their book, Becoming Sister Wives, Christine wrote, "Cody and Robin's courtship came at a time of huge personal upheaval. I was pregnant with Truly, and we had also entered new and uncharted territory as we began filming Sister Wives for TLC. When Cody started courting and then married Robin, it really rocked." It could be her nephew. We don't know. It could be the man's baby. But obviously, this sent Sister Wives fans to crazy town trying to figure out if Isabel is dating someone with a child. Like, we need more details just so, you know, because we're driving ourselves crazy, I guess. So now let's go to Truly. So Truly is also on the European vacation. She's living with Christine and David in their new house. And anyways, they're fixing the yard. They're constantly fixing it up, and it's going to look really good, their backyard and all that. So yeah, we'll probably learn more about what the custody situation is between Cody and Christine for custody of Truly. I don't know. I just can't imagine it's going that well for some reason. And I don't know how many times Truly has gotten to see her dad recently. Now let's go to Mary's child, Leon. There are a few things to update for Leon. So for those who are unaware, Leon is now transgender and uses the pronouns they, them. Unclear how often Mary sees Leon, but they did see each other at Gwendolyn's wedding. I believe Leon and their fiancée Audrey live in Colorado at the moment, and Leon is 28 years old. There's just so much going on with the Brown kids, but overall, they're a great group, and they really have grown into amazing people. I hope you enjoyed this update about what the Sister Wives kids are up to now in August 2023. Definitely drop a comment and let me know what you think of all this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives content. Bye, guys! It is August, and promotion for season 18 of Sister Wives is in full swing, people. TLC released the new pictures for the new season, another insane teaser, a press release, and the description for the first episode, so for season 18, episode 1. There's a lot to get through here. So let's start with the pictures. The group picture is weird to me because Cody and Robin are at the top, almost kind of looking down at the other wives, and a lot of people in the comments much as well. She opened up about bullying in her family. Tony said that in Vegas, he had witnessed Mykelti being excluded a lot. Apparently, her two biggest adversaries in the family when she was younger were Leon and Madison, but later in life, they talked about everything and now have a great relationship. But honestly, poor Mykelti. So Tony says he doesn't find it far-fetched that Robin's kids would have been bullied and that they're quote-unquote soft compared to the OG3 kids. She also called out Mary in the tell-all. In the part where Mary kind of insinuated that she didn't cheat during the catfish era, and Mykelti said to the screen, "You did though." She definitely considered that cheating in Mykelti's mind. So speaking of Mary, she just came back from Michigan where she spent Thanksgiving with her friend Blair and his family and friends. And Blair did say in her comments, "See you in a few weeks." So moral of the story, Mary's friends are being there for her and are a strong support system during the holidays this year. Jen, her best friend, is also very there at all times. I saw in a live they did at the bed and breakfast. They were there with a bunch of other ladies with Worthy Up sweatshirts. Not sure if this was another retreat, but Mary promises that there is more where that came from in the whole Worthy Up thing she's doing. I would not be surprised if in 2024 Mary has a book coming out and she tries to be some type of motivational speaker or influencer. Let's just see where this is all going with the Worthy Up. And Mary dyed her hair red. I was going to dye my own hair red, and now I kind of feel like I would be copying Mary or something, but I digress. And sometimes when we change our hair, we also are making big changes. I feel a bit bad for Mary because she doesn't have many connections in the family anymore, and I'm not sure she even has that much contact with Leon. I don't see them together that often. She's kind of on her own island, guys. Like, what do you guys think about that? Janelle, let's go to Janelle now. So Janelle's in her element this holiday season, watching that Robin's the only one that will care about this. But Jen tells Mary that it's only part-time, so she can't be too upset, right? It's not like a permanent move. Mary is scared that Cody will think that she's leaving the whole relationship. And she says in her confessional she still has hope somehow that they'll get back on track for marriage. Oh, Mary, I really thought she was farther down the path of leaving him at this point in the show, but I guess not. We're still hoping for something that'll probably never happen. And finally, let's talk about episode 7's description. So, it says, Janelle meets with Christine and reveals that she doesn't want to be married anymore. Mary nervously tells Robin that she's moving her clothing business to Parowan, Utah, and will spend less time in Flagstaff, believing Cody is done with her. So, yeah, that's very different from what we saw in the teasers, so we can probably assume that more time has passed between episodes here because it seems like all of a sudden Mary knows that her relationship is done with Cody and Janelle seems more decided about her marriage with Cody. So I wonder what the time gap is. I guess we will try to figure that out next week for episode 7. I hope you guys enjoyed my teaser analysis for Sister Wives season 18 episode 6. Stay tuned because I'll have the full recap up as soon as I can after it airs. This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives season 18 episode 5. In this episode, Robin still can't admit that Cody spent the most time at her house. But more on that later. The episode starts with Janelle in her apartment post the big fight with Cody, and Christine is helping Janelle once again. This time she's bringing a huge beanbag with her that can't even fit through the door, but Janelle just loves this beanbag so much. Christine is concerned about Janelle's living situation, the tiny apartment and everything. I mean, it is small, and it hints that her neighbor in Utah is moving, and maybe she should move to Utah. Robin and her kids were not part of the clique, and for a long time, actually, Mykelti was not either. And that's the reason why Mykelti was so close to Robin. They were kind of like the outsiders banding together and bonding. So Mykelti also said that Janelle had texted her asking her not to react to the fight between her and Cody that aired in episode 3. So that's what she did. She respected that and even said that she shouldn't have even seen it. Her face just said it all. She was shocked. Overall, I feel like Mykelti's Patreon does offer a lot of great behind-the-scenes info. Mykelti looks amazing, by the way. The best she's ever looked after 3 kids. And it's also making me really like Tony. So there's that. Alright guys, don't miss my recaps of Sister Wives Season 18, all episodes. And I will be back with more updates because, I can't keep up lately. There's so much going on. Alright guys, have a great night. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives updates. Bye!
He now keeps saying Christine and I asked to be in the family, and Robin was invited. Somehow because Christine and I asked, we deserve less, we should be happy with what we got.
In the teaser for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 4, Cody goes back in time and says that the wives agreed to something called sacred loneliness. And basically, Janelle and Christine should have been happy with what they got. Oh my. The Christine and Janelle smear campaign is going full force for Cody. He's saying that when you're a plural wife in a plural marriage, you get less time and less emotional needs met, and that's sacred, so it's fine. Just because you put the word sacred before the word loneliness, that doesn't make it okay. Hello? Christine is just laughing her head off at this point. She's been laughing a lot this season, more than any other season. She's so over it and does not remember that actually being a real thing that was discussed at the time. And Robin says, oh yeah, because things got toxic after he was saying stuff on lives and in interviews and stuff, or if he felt he went too far. I don't know. I mean, he did kind of insinuate that he thinks his mom is moving too fast and all these things and etc. So Christine also said that her and David got some engagement pictures done at a beautiful location. Can't wait to see the pics. Now let's talk about the headlines about Christine and let me know what you guys think is true out of all of these. So this one is from The Sun. It says, is Christine okay? Sister Wives Christine Brown looks somber as she cooks solo meal after she has been seen crying and ditching engagement ring. The article says that basically Christine was spotted without her engagement ring and wiping her face. Literally, it could have been an eyelash, but honestly, Christine is currently vacationing with David, so I don't really think there's trouble in paradise. That's my opinion. Maybe she had just talked to Cody, and that's why she's somber. I mean, could have been anything. Honestly, one cannot be chipper at all times. Sometimes things will happen. Sometimes you'll cry. And I don't think everyone likes to wear their rings, all the time, especially when they're, really expensive. Anyways, another article from OK Magazine said, Sister Wives star Christine Brown celebrates daughter's birthday without fiancé David Woolley following split rumors. Okay, so split rumors? Did I miss a Reddit post or something? Christine doesn't always do everything with David. Historically, she's with her kids without him a lot. I mean, is there some type of rule that fiancés need to be tied to the hip at all times? I just personally don't think there's enough here to say there are split rumors, but anyways, they're literally in Nashville, like, taking selfies right now, so I think everything's okay. I mean, you never know. I mean, this could be right. I don't know. Anyways, this one's from Cafe Mom. It says, Sister Wives star Cody Brown, angry ex Christine move their daughter in with strange man. So apparently an insider said that Cody is mad that Christine, what Janelle means by local-ish. I mean, ish, but still far away. The article said, all signs point to the fact that Hunter may have, in fact, moved back to Las Vegas. In a recent Instagram post from his brother Logan's wedding, it was noted in the comments by his girlfriend's sister that they were the hottest new couple in Vegas. A quick search also shows that Hunter is working as a nurse within the Valley healthcare system. Go figure. But he's in good company in Vegas, though, because Logan and his wife Michelle are there as well. So he has family there. They're, Logan and Michelle are newly married. They have a new house, but otherwise, they kind of want a quiet life and their Instagram accounts are private. So, all right. Let's go to Maddie, Janelle, and Cody's oldest daughter. So we all know that Maddie still sells Plexus, just like her mom, Janelle. Maddie celebrated Limb Differences Month this month by sharing that her daughter, Evie, will be getting a new prosthetic soon. So seems like as she grows, she needs new prosthetics. She also shared that thankfully Caleb's insurance covers the cost of the prosthetic because people had questions about cost apparently, and that they had no genetic cause to Evie's limb difference. And so for her to have kids that have the same condition, it would be like winning the lottery. The odds would be very, very slim. I think it's great that Maddie is sharing her journey with all of us. Speaking of Evie, in a post, Maddie referred to her as Evie Love, which made friends freak out and question if she changed her middle name because it used to be Evie Cody, if you remember. I used to think Maddie was actually Cody's favorite back in the day. It just kind of seemed that way. So if there's a rift between Maddie and Cody, that would be really weird and also really sad. Now let's go to Gwendolyn, Christine's daughter. Lately, she actually went to Cabo in Mexico on a vacation with her fiance Beatrice, and People magazine published an article about her most savage or controversial quotes from her reviewing season 17 of Sister Wives on her YouTube channel, because she is doing that. However, they could afford to build on Coyote Pass with no infrastructure whatsoever there. So just deciding which plot of land they would all get, who will be in the trees, seemed like a never-ending saga for seasons and seasons. Christine ended up buying a house in Flagstaff, and initially Janelle, Mary, and Robin rented. Mary and Janelle lived in multiple rentals there. Mary had one rental where she had to move out because of angry neighbors. The next one she had an elevator. It was gorgeous, but the driveway looked really hard to go up. And there was another one that was really nice, but she recently moved out of that one. And honestly, she seems to have moved out of Flagstaff and moved to Utah near or at her B&B Lizzie's Heritage Inn. But this is kind of based on fans seeing Mary with moving stuff or whatever. Mary's never confirmed anything. It's probably going to be on the next season. We just suspect that she does live in Parowan, Utah now. Lizzie's Heritage Inn used to be owned by Mary's ancestors. She had said at the grand opening on Instagram, "This is an old family home of mine, built by my great-great-grandparents in 1970 and occupied by 4 generations until it sold out of the family in the 1980s. So it was a dream to get it back in the family." Robin ended up buying an almost $1 million house, and the down payment was paid for, according to Janelle, in part with the money she had from the sale of her Vegas house, which is pretty controversial. It's huge inside Robin's house. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house in Flagstaff. It sits on multiple acres of land, has 2 master suites, a 4-car garage, and like a really nice kitchen. So this is where Kody spends most of his time, clearly, and in my opinion, it's the most luxurious option. So then, when things fell apart between Christine and Kody, she sold her house in Flagstaff. The house had a great view and 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It's there where Kody and Christine had the infamous argument while he was like installing a door to stop the cat from going into certain areas.
I just watch you around. So, always have. I know.
Let's take a look at some teasers for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 7. And I'm feeling like this is going to be a Robin-heavy episode, guys. And my patience is wearing thin over here. The first teaser is from today, and Mary is finally telling Robin she's moving her clothing business to Utah. She's not saying she's fully moving to Utah, just her clothes, so shouldn't be such a big deal, right? Well, Mary looks super nervous, and she's kind of like breathing hard or something, saying it's just become so much to go back and forth from Utah to Flagstaff, as if she needs to explain anything to Robin, honestly. It's like she's at the principal's office or something. Mary says, and so I'll be moving out of this house, and Robin's face immediately is not happy. It's hashtag confused and unhappy or something. Mary looks so uncomfortable, and I do not know how we got here. Mary was wife number 1. She should not be all tongue-tied and nervous telling Robin anything, you know? So, but here we are. Mary says that she will be downsizing in Flagstaff, but still keeping a house here. And I was hoping this was not the case, by the way. And Robin says she's just double checking that this is still Mary's home and that she's still going to be here. Literally feel like Mary is still having a house in Flagstaff just to please Robin at this point. Robin, who doesn't even seem to let her sit inside her house these days. So what is happening? I honestly feel like this is selfish of Robin. If Mary was really my good friend, I would honestly tell her, get away and just live your life. Do not look back. This man is not treating you well. Robin is kind of breaking girl code in this sense, I honestly feel. I would not be double checking that she's staying for my own selfish needs. Robin, there were mixed reactions in the room, if you remember. Some people hugged Robin, actually. Christine did. She loves kids, so it makes sense. But Janelle was in the background, just kind of like looking around awkwardly. She absolutely did not run up or even show emotion in that moment, which was very telling of their relationship. Robin was actually very hurt by this. Very weird to watch a pregnancy announcement where people seem like not stereotypically like happy, like, yay, a baby. It was not like that. Next, let's move on to my sister wives closet and that debacle, because that's fun. This was like circa 2015, and yes, at one point the family was actually trying to make Robin's vision a reality, and Robin kept accusing everyone of not trying hard enough. So Janelle, I think, always thought it was stupid. She basically had said that she didn't think the business would support more than a few people, so that she didn't know why she was giving her time, and that she probably should just focus on real estate instead. Robin was so offended that the wives were considering my sister wives closet a hobby. Then when they did this cringe presentation in front of investors, Janelle was completely embarrassed by the whole thing and how unprepared they were. And she basically said, like, we looked stupid. Janelle is clearly not a fan of my sister wives closet. Neither was Christine, but it definitely kind of didn't help the relationship with Robin. When Mary and Cody announced that they were getting divorced so that Cody and Robin could get married, Janelle's reaction was not positive at the time either. It was kind of like when Robin announced she was pregnant, to the point where Cody met up with her afterwards to talk about it. And she said, she was worried about a change in dynamic and that she's probably irrational, but that she was just worried about it. She did not buy into what they were selling. And a lot of fans say, she kind of predicted what was going to happen because there was kind of a change in dynamic. In the earlier seasons, because Mary was wife number one, the only one with the legal marriage, I feel like decides to call out something she sees right in front of her, and that is that Cody is wearing a new huge ring where his Claddagh wedding ring used to be. Nobody wants to explain what this new ring is and how it got there. It's highly sus, and it's just not something they want to talk about on camera for some reason. Cody almost makes fun of Mary for bringing this up, but any woman would call this out. There's another ring where his wedding ring used to be. Like, what gives? Next scene is with Christine. She's visiting Garrison's new house that he bought himself, which is super exciting. And Janelle says that there's discussion about Gabe and Gwendolyn actually moving in as roommates. Christine says she's kind of reticent about Gwen moving in because they have very different political views and it sounds just problematic. Gwendolyn made a joke about needing a closet because she came out, and Christine just laughs so hard, and I can't tell if it's a nervous laugh or not. We finally do learn officially on the show that Gwen came out as bisexual, and we all know that she's married now, and I don't even think she ever moved in there, but I'm not entirely sure. Gabe says that the family just feels like everyone's abandoned ship in different lifeboats, and it's a good analogy, this one. This is Gabe's first confessional of the season, I believe, and he obviously got a haircut and looks good. Garrison quickly starts to declare that he's going to send them leases, and Janelle and Christine are co-signers, and so if they all get into a fight, they're still bound to pay rent. And Christine says it's about when they fight, not if. So she's not buying into this whole thing, and I doubt she ended up co-signing. Garrison's just out here trying to make some extra income in this economy, right? And the house is cute. It's a big accomplishment for him. Now we're back in Mary's house for this scene that will not end. And Cody's finally catching on that he's supposed to say, "Mary, stay here." And Cody brings up this random story about clothing racks, and Robin uses it to say, "See, people don't just remember old stories like that. There could be something." And she brings up scheduling time to see each other in Flagstaff, and Cody says, "Really?" Robin says that she's happy or honored that she told her first and tries to act like it's no big deal. And Christine is taking it like a champ. She doesn't seem that bitter about it. She says she understands and says this is Mykelti's life. But it's weird. It's really weird. And then there's a segment on the show where they all kind of wonder what would have happened if they did move back to Utah. Where would they be today? And Cody doesn't think that it would have made a difference. Robin says sometimes she thinks maybe if they would have built faster on the land or moved to Utah, maybe things would have been different. But Janelle says Cody's preference for Robin would have still been there, and so it would have been the same outcome. Mykelti tells Janelle about the twins, and Janelle cries, and she doesn't cry a lot. It's Janelle. And she says, maybe now I need a house here or something. It's a sweet moment, and overall it's a cute party. Christine is beaming, and Christine wished for a romantic relationship when she blew out her candles, and it actually happened. So there's that. And Robin's bitter Betty, she wasn't invited, but I mean, come on. It's totally warranted why she wouldn't be invited here. So I don't know what she's even talking about. Janelle says this was the easiest party to go to. No politics, no waiting for people to arrive. And I'm wondering, who is she talking about? Is Robin always late or something to parties? Who is the late person? I feel like I want to know. Next, Mary is in Parowan, and Mary's friend Blair is an interior designer, and he's going to design the carriage house where her clothing business is going to live. Blair says that Mary has a heart of gold, and Mary has known him for about 5 years. They met online, of all places. You'd think that Mary would have stopped meeting friends online. She says you have to be very careful with people you meet online. And she talks a little bit about her catfishing incident, but didn't go too much into detail there. And she says people in the family have their own opinions, but what happened to her is her truth. So, seems like water under the bridge, but that was like a really big thing. Mary wants to have the option of bringing people into the carriage house like it's a... For some heartwarming Sister Wives news tonight, Christine Brown's wedding dreams have finally come true, guys. The Sister Wives star Christine, at 51, walked down the aisle with her fiancé, David Woolley, 59, in a fairy tale wedding that had all the bells and whistles. Finally. And People magazine had the exclusive details. Christine and David's wedding took place in the breathtaking Moab, Utah, in front of about 330 guests, which is a huge wedding, actually. And we found out that her dad and Peyton walked her down the aisle, and I just love that detail so much. The celebration kicked off the night before with a scenic dinner cruise down the Colorado River. The couple wanted to share this special moment with their family and friends as much as possible. So their outdoor wedding was a beautiful sight with natural colors like rust, dusty rose, mauve, deep plum, and peachy coral that perfectly complemented the backdrop. David just could not stop gushing about the view. We all know Christine likes to see the angels sing. Am I right? The wedding fulfilled a lifelong wish for Christine. She always wanted to wear the white dress, walk down the aisle, and have all the bells and whistles that she missed out on during her first marriage with Cody. She actually described her first marriage as sad. So, I'm so happy for her she got this. And guess what? She got it all. So take that, Cody. I mean, just kidding, but Christine looked absolutely stunning in her dress with a plunging neckline and a lot of beading. So this dress definitely kicked her first dress's, butt. And let's not forget her beautiful hair and makeup. And of course, because it's Christine, family was at the heart of this wedding. Her kids and grandkids walked down the aisle in between the parents, making it super family oriented, and it was really a touching moment. So Christine and David exchanged vows under a beautiful floral arch in the front of Colorado River. And it was just still busy raising 3 very small kids in Utah. She has twin boys that are babies and a toddler. So she's understandably very busy this month and every month. But she has Christine close by to help her, and she's still super close with Aspen, her older sister, who lives nearby. Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon channel where they review episodes from season 17 and interviews. They interview some of their siblings, which is interesting. So she's taking a similar route to Gwendolyn, kind of more public, and she appears on the show a bit more too. So Savannah Brown, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter, just went to New York City, and she had posted these pictures and said, "The views from the Empire State Building couldn't be NYC-er, nicer." Love the play on words. Nice caption, Savannah. So Savannah is such a pretty girl, and she's grown up so much. It's crazy. And I love how she has a voice. She's the one who basically told Janelle, no more RV, which, good for her. And now let's go to Peyton Brown, a somewhat controversial figure in the Brown family. So Christine's son, who never shies away from saying things publicly, went on TikTok live this month to divulge some interesting information. He basically said that he thinks his mom is rushing into things with David, her new beau, and that he told her just that. So at least he did tell her that too. He also says he doesn't think he's going to be close with David because they're both kind of standoffish. I know a lot of fans don't agree with this. I see it in my comments that Christine deserves love and that sometimes love happens fast, etc. But Peyton's statement made me think about what the other kids think in the family. Or does anyone in the family agree with Peyton? Like, is it a bit rushed? So, you know, love bombing is a real thing, guys. Anyways, I wonder if Janelle thinks it's rushed. This is clearly a polarizing subject in the Sister Wives world right now, but as long as Christine is happy, I mean, that's all that really matters, right? And I hear Truly likes him, so all good. Peyton currently lives around 30 minutes away from Christine, so he is nearby too. So overall, some of the kids are more public than others, and they also seem to